Welcome everybody to Back to the Future Part 3. Stream along, watch along, whatever you want to bloody call it. And if you haven't noticed, I've actually dropped the trailer for next Thursday's movie on the YouTube channel. Check it out. I also put the new schedule up on Twitter for everybody to see. I will take screenshots of the tweets and I will throw it up on a little video and throw it up on YouTube. Now, it's important that everybody that's part of the panels read this thread and also get back to me ASAP. Now, you will read the thread, read it carefully because there's going to be a bit of a shake-up happening on the channel. There's a couple of things being moved around as well. Also featuring two brand new streams, as I said. Thursday nights, we're going to be doing my favorite movies growing up. And the next one, the trailer is up for that one. And then on Sunday, myself and Cheryl will be doing a Sunday night, weekly Sunday night. It'll be every Sunday. We'll be doing a weekly stream. What you call it now, obviously the changes all come into effect next week, so from Wednesday onwards the new changes will be brought into effect. So if you want to be part of any of the panels, right, give me your name. Now, your name doesn't guarantee that you're going to be on that panel, because if we get too many people wanting to come on the same panel, what will happen is those people then will be put into a hat and we will pick out the panelists from that. And then whoever is left over, whoever obviously doesn't get into that panel, then will have a choice of choosing between the other two panels, or if they choose not to be part of the panels anymore, that is also fine. I'm just throwing that out there just in case that happens to be the case. I hope it's not. I hope you will be willing to do one of the other panels instead. But I'm changing it up a bit where I'm having smaller panels because, you know, it's too messy with the big panels. It's getting too messy. I'm finding it very hard to control the panels now, especially yesterday's one. There was a few times I tried to intercede, a good few times I tried to intercede, and I couldn't. So we'll have to. I'm going to limit the panels, and whoever is on those panels, by the way, this is the way it'll work. That'll be the panel that you'll be on, and then 6 months from now, that'll be June, we will do a reshuffle of those panels. If panelists would like to try another different panel for 6 months, they're more than welcome to do so. Now, for those who don't get into a panel or don't that are not interested in that but still want to be able to come on, don't worry. Your opportunity will be the Tarda Zone Talks. That'll be another opportunity for you guys to come on and have your say. And also with the Sunday show, we haven't decided yet whether we'll take bring people on for a few minutes. We haven't decided that yet. But if we do, that'll be another opportunity for you guys to also come on. So I hope you will stick with us for 2021, because we have lots of things planned, and it's going to be quite fun. And just briefly, obviously we did Doctor Who yesterday. Now, as I said, we won't be talking about Doctor Who when we bring on the guests, but I will just say this: the overnights, 4.69 million. I will do a video on the overnights. Actually, I have 3 videos in the pipeline. I've got that video about the overnights. I'll also, well, the ratings, I should say. I also have my own review of Revolution of the Daleks, and also using my source information. You know, we're going to explore, because after the festive special, there was a scene in the festive special where Yaz shoves the Doctor. Now, for anybody that hasn't seen it, if you'll even go on Google or YouTube, go to YouTube. I'm pretty sure BBC have put that clip up. Even go in and watch that clip. The one thing that will strike you is that push is not from a girl that missed her best friend. That's a push from a girl who's in love with her best friend, right? So, based on the source information that I got about, you know, the Doctor exploring her sexuality, I could think that Chris Chibnall is already hinting towards it, and we're going to be talking about that as well. Listen, there was a few people out there. We'll just say there's a Twitter personality out there with the name TARDIS, right, in his name, right? And him and his cronies tried so hard to get a video taken down from Diva magazine, because apparently I was homophobic and this, that, and the other. I'm starting to believe now that the reason why he tried so hard to get that video taken down is because most of the information that I've given, the signal towards this sexuality shift for the Doctor, was highlighted in this video. And I do believe, same with the Sontaran News as well, by the way. So I do believe that this guy, because we are aware that this guy has connections with the BBC. He's done some work for them in the past. It's just quite telling for me that they made such an effort to have that video taken down. I think there's a lot more in that video that's going to come true, to be quite honest with you. And I think he knows that, and he didn't want, because they all hate me, they'd rather be someone else than me break that news. That's what I'm starting to believe now, to be quite honest with you. Look at, you see that shove, go in, you will know what I'm talking about. Listen, you don't even need they didn't even need words, right? You could tell from that shove, right, that Manny, Yaz, whatever her name is in love with the Doctor. That wasn't a shove of a friend, right? It was not. So they're starting to set it up now. They're starting to set it up now, and I do believe that the Doctor will explore her sexuality, and I will be doing a video on that as well. So come and join me for that. Listen, we've got loads of stuff coming up. As I said, we've got Classic and New Who on the same day, 2 different panels. It's on Saturdays, so New and Classic Who will be on the same day. We'll be starting earlier on a Saturdays from now on. That'll be next Saturday. Obviously, it's not this Saturday because we're doing, obviously, Back to the Future 3. But yeah, so they're the plans anyway. I just thought I'd get all of that nonsense out of the way. And so we can start. Right. I better start sending out the links, the emails. So I have an idea who's coming on. Right. So I need to bring on this person. So if you want to be part of those panels, you'll have to put your name down. But again, I make clear, just because you put your name down doesn't guarantee you a spot. Now, I will say this though. just in case there's any confusion from Daniel and Charlotte's end, which I know on Charlotte's end there isn't. You guys don't need to worry about your spot on the panels. Have to be honest, you know, you were never in the thinking of this. You were always going to be on the panel, so they both stay on the panels that they're on. So Charlotte will be on Classic and Daniel will be on New Who, but they'll be both on the same day. So yeah. Right, I'm sending out emails now. The reason why I said that to Daniel just there now is because he sent me a message and I had to make it clear to him that he's okay. Right. Who else I'd like to bring on? I have to bring on Retro Dicky and who else? Well, let's see, who have we got? We've got nobody in the studio yet. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do, because I forget who else is to come on. Right, only the people that are supposed to come on, if you are in the chat. Let me know firstly, will you? Right, so there's 2. I'm still waiting on... where's Retro Dicky? There we go, Retro. Right, we've got another email to send out, so just give me a second. Oh, there he is. So there's your email. So Retro, I've sent it to you. So we got Retro, we got Jed, we got Alpha Omega, and who else have we got? And we've got this guy. Who are you gonna call? Right. That should be it. That should be it. Let's hope now. Just want to make sure my movie is still there. It is. Cheryl was actually going to check to see if it was on HBO Max for me to make it easier, and she hasn't come back in to tell me. She's disappeared again. Oh, here she is now because she heard me. When?
When I came in earlier.
On HBO Max?
I don't have it on anything.
Right. Okay. She couldn't. Oh my God. Right. Hold on. So I have to watch it on this stupid thing. Right, but it's good. It's good. Once it gets going, it should be fine. Okay. They took it off Netflix and all. Yeah, they did. It was gone. Yeah. I have it. It's all good. It's all good. Right. Oh, sorry, folks. I'm only up about an hour. My sleep pattern's all. Ugh, it's all over the place. Jesus. But I'll be good. Busy. Just keep myself busy and I'll be fine. I'm like an android anyway. I don't stop. Right, let's bring on our guests for why is that TV up so high? Because if that TV is up now, we'll get copyright. We don't want that crap. Right. Oh, it's Tom Hanks in Terminal. Yeah. Good movie. It's funny how Hollywood glamorizes your real man's plight. It wasn't even that, you know what I mean? He's still stuck somewhere, or maybe they probably, I don't know if they sorted it out now, but he was still stuck in the terminal because of these countries. Crap, yeah. Right, let's do this. We got a couple of guests waiting. The third doctor, if you're in the chat, I did send you, because I did say if you wanted to come on, I did think you said you were going to come on. I don't know, I'm getting all confused now. But I sent you an email anyway if you want to join us. So we've got the one and only Alpha Omega.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to a brand new year and looking forward to Back to the Future 3.
Fantastic. Can't wait. And welcome and Happy New Year.
You too.
And after this weekend, I won't be wishing anybody else a Happy New Year. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, then when it gets to Sunday, that's it. It's done. You don't need to keep wishing people a Happy New Year throughout the month of bleed. I hate people like that, right? All the way through the month of bleed in January, right until the end, they wish you a Happy New Year. Like, we're a month in now. Get over yourself. It's not a new year anymore. We're a month out.
I think you give me a pass as we're only one day past it. So.
Yeah, that's it. Right, let's bring on our next guest. It's Jed.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
I know.
How are
Hi,
you?
Alpha. Hi, chat.
Hey.
What's up?
Now we got the one and only Retro Dicky.
Hey, I know. Jet, hi, Alpha.
Hi, guy.
Retro.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Dude,
did they
you guys should see the setup I have. I had to go to my Blu-ray player. I got my tablet out, and I'm talking on my phone.
Multiplexing.
I'm like multitasking on this thing today.
Awesome.
Right, well, we're going to be getting into the movie now in a few minutes, but obviously we've done part 1 and 2, and so far we've been enjoying it. Obviously, I think we were all in agreement that part 2 is probably the weakest link, but we're coming up to part 3. Just before we do start, how you all feeling about this particular installment of Back to the Future? Was this a fitting end?
Oh, yeah. I love this.
Hold on, please. If this time, I want to wait until everybody makes their point, if you don't mind, because we did have a few complaints from last night that people talking over each other. So if we could just give everybody equal time tonight. So if I'm making the point, let me finish my point, and then someone can butt in if they want to butt in, if that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
So back to Back to the Future 3. Okay, so as I said, this as we openly said, see see this right. Part 2 was the weakest. So now we've got part 3. Was this a fitting end, or do you think they could have went another film, or do you think it was the right time to end? We'll start with you, Alpha Omega.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I thought that the probably the second was the weakest, and I'd never seen all of 3 until last night. I went on Google.
Really?
I went. Hello.
So is this the fourth? So last night was basically the first time you watched part 3, the whole of part 3 in its entirety.
Yeah, I seen bits and pieces of it on TV before, but I went and bought it last night and watched the whole thing. And I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it.
Fantastic. Retro.
Absolutely love it. I'm a big spaghetti western fan anyway.
Same.
So so this fitted in. The whole lot of it is fantastic in my eyes. 1, 2, and 3, they're all brilliant. Yeah, but 2 is a little bit below par, but still all wonderful.
Still a good movie. Yeah, I agree with you. It is. And Jed, go ahead.
Oh yeah, this is. Sometimes I love this one more than 1, but I love 1. But I love this one because this is like you said, spaghetti western and stuff. I love this one because I live in Arizona in the Old West anyway, so I love western stuff. And they did do a 4th, but it was just in video game form.
Yeah,
So,
I love the video game. I was actually last night after we spoke when we were finishing up the last one, we were talking about the video games and stuff. I actually went into the PlayStation store to see if it was there, and also the Back to the Future game. I was actually disappointed that the PlayStation store only has parts 2, 3, and 4 of the Back to the Future game. But it has the whole of the Ghostbusters game remastered.
wait! They should all come in one bundle now.
Yeah,
but if it's not there anymore, it's not on my PlayStation store, so I can't.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so
And this movie also has a callback. It has a few old time Western actors in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good touch, I think.
Yeah. I do. I like this movie. I like the whole Mr. Eastwood running that as well. It's brilliant. My favorite scene is when he walks into the saloon and who is it? It's Biff, isn't it? Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
And he has to, dance, and he does the bleeding. Listen, that's a kid watching that scene. It's brilliant, man. I just
what sort of name is that?
What are those fancy moccasins you have on there?
I will agree with Jed. Though there is times that I think it's whatever mood you're in, and whatever mood I'm in. Sometimes 3 surpasses part 1. It just all depends on the humor I'm in. But I love this movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a fitting end, in my opinion. If you do want more Back to the Future, as we've said on this panel, there is that game. You do get it.
Yeah.
And
hey, Noel, I will say something.
Well,
yeah. Charlotte said, but that the developers might be, but on Xbox, I have it, and they still sell all the parts on Xbox. That's what's weird. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I have it on my PS3, but it means I have to set up my PS3, go out, buy a brand new PS3 controller, well, a second-hand one, but still have to go through all of that effort just to play Back to the Future. But in fairness,
that's the reason why I love my Xbox. No matter on what system you are, they'll give you your games back. I
Yeah.
just, you know,
Oh
you don't
yeah.
have to keep buying your games over and over every generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
I
just
think
give
with
you an
this now,
upgrade to
with
the
this
game.
new PlayStation 5 and Xbox now, they've made it so you don't have to do that anymore. You can actually bring your games over, which is good. I haven't bought a PlayStation 5 yet. I don't intend to for another couple of years because there's always I
Yeah.
don't understand people that buy it straight away.
I-
It never lasts because there's always issues with them.
Well, you're just a
Yeah.
beta tester. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So,
So,
in fairness, though, they should be testing these before they put them out. But
Yeah.
in fairness, like, there's always going to be problems. There always has been, but they always fix them, so we don't
yeah.
really complain. Right,
But
it's 8 o'clock, and I think we should actually start. I think we should actually start because this movie is 118 minutes, so it's on for a good
Yeah.
while. It's an hour and 48 minutes, so I think we should get straight into it. But hold on now. I don't know. Someone said Back to the Future's on Amazon Prime. If you could clarify whether it's to rent, buy, or is it? Oh, it's to rent or buy. It's not free.
I know it's on
Okay.
YouTube too.
Oh no!
Yeah. That's how I got it.
What do you
Uh-huh.
mean? What do you mean? You
It's
mean
on-
Back to the Future 3 is on YouTube?
Yeah, you can buy it. Or
Oh,
rent
you
it.
bought it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still rent it on there too.
Right. Actually, I don't know why I'm not even doing that, but no.
Chris just said it's free on Prime. If you
It's
have
free-
Amazon.
It's free on Prime apparently. It's not. She said it's not. It's not here. So there you go.
So it's just US then, not UK Prime then.
Well, I'm not in the UK, so everybody keeps getting confused. That's annoying me now.
No. I'm not.
No, it's not.
I'm still okay.
Yeah,
I know. No, I didn't mean to do that because they're still talking about everything's together. But yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not free on Prime. Is all I need to know.
No, do you need it?
No, it's grand. I have it there. I'll be behind like I was the last time, but I'll be grand.
Oh, they took it off Netflix until
Yeah,
they
I know.
took it off.
That's what my plan was, but
Yeah, me too.
So
I actually had to go in my closet and dig out my Back to the Future trilogy DVDs. So
right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Right.
Grand, I had to put my earphones in now because obviously I have to watch this on the computer here. Right. I think we're ready to go. Are we? I just want to.
just make sure you have a virus scan or something or a pop-up blocker if you go to 123 movies. So
It's okay, Ted. I'll be fine. Thanks for worrying.
Is Teddy okay?
Yeah, he's fine. I'm only taking the piss there. He's not crying because I can't get Back to the Future 3 to work. Right, hold on. Right, I'm gonna do the countdown before I don't get a chance to do it again. Because this is really annoying me. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
Go.
There we go. We're off. Now.
No, they actually added stuff to the DVD release. It's got a ton of extra features. Can you hear that, Noel? It's down at 10.
No, I can still hear it. Yeah, I can still hear it.
Okay.
Because I have mine muted and I can still hear yours, yeah.
Okay, so you hear it?
Have you not got earphones you can put in, no?
I do, but it's the TV because I had to put everything else.
Yeah, but if you put the earphones in the TV...
There's not an earphone jack in the TV. That's what sucks.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Are you still getting like logos for Universal and stuff?
Yeah, it's a
They're
Saturday
just-
right now.
Yeah, they've just gone off. There's like the 75th anniversary stuff.
Okay. I'm at like
Yeah,
108.
it's just that the giving you the times now.
Steven Spielberg.
Lightning on the tower.
Damn, I just seen a message from Rabbi there. So we've already started, but if you want to just hop in. Right, I can hear someone's music.
Hang on, is that me? Is that
It's
gone off
very
now?
loud.
I got it down too.
Is that gone off?
I just totally muted mine. Maybe it was me.
Wow.
Dog.
I think I'm behind. Doc just plugged in the thing.
Yeah, that's
No,
where
no,
I am. He's about to run down the street now.
Yeah.
Well, the DeLorean just went, back for me.
Yeah, he's just running down the street
Well,
now.
it doesn't matter. We're only a few seconds behind or in front of each other, so it doesn't make
Yeah.
a difference. Just once it doesn't go 5 or 10 minutes, then that's when it becomes.
Yeah.
Here he comes. He's coming running down the
Yeah, it's already
Yeah.
beside him there.
Doc. It's me. It's Marty. You can't. I just sent you back to the future.
Great Scott.
I'm back from the future. I actually say that when like something happens. You know what? Another character that said that too was Perry White in Superman. He says that
Scott.
too. Yeah.
Every time I see him, I think of Jim from Taxi.
Yeah. You know me. Absolutely used to love Taxi.
I do love this movie.
Mad Dog Cannon.
Shoot him like a duck. Dog.
What are those funny moccasins you got on there, boy?
Clint Eastwood, what kind of stupid name?
Gotta give Mary Steenburgen some props too. She's pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, we will be doing movies like that at some stage because I do like me westerns myself.
Oh,
So I know they'll be a lot harder to get.
I've got
Well,
all me spaghetti westerns in a box set.
But yeah, love all of those. I'm a big fan of the Dirty Harry movies as well. I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan anyway, so
Yeah, likewise.
so I can't wait to do a few of his movies, ones that he's been in
brilliant.
and directed. Can't
Oh,
wait.
great. Yeah. I'm up for that.
Yeah, I won't be just doing movies like this. I'll be doing movies that I grew up with. So every movie that you're watching now is a movie I grew up with. There might be some that'll surprise you, obviously.
Yeah.
But for now, obviously, I'm not surprised because I think everybody's watched Back to the Future. And
Yeah.
next Thursday's movie is actually, I'll put the trailer up. I won't tell you, so you can go and watch the trailer and find out what it is.
I've seen the trailer now, Ace. That's all I'll say. Yeah, that's another one of my favourite IPs.
Hey, Chris, he said Great Caesar's Ghost and Great Scott both. Yeah, he did. He did say both. So.
I love this scene coming up now.
Howdy doody time.
Hungry.
Oh yeah, that was a thing you had in America, yeah, because
my dad watched that when he was little. So
yeah, we had our TV shows obviously in Ireland and in Britain. Like I suppose for Irish kids, we did have Irish kid programs, but I think we'd all admit that we watched all the British shows, kids programs, because they were much better. I mean, you had Blue Peter back in the day as well. That was amazing. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Howdy Doody was way back. So-
Yeah, that was back when my dad was a kid in the 50s.
yeah.
You know. My dad's like 70-something now, so.
I mean, you have to praise the country that gave us the telly bleeding tubbies.
No.
Hey, guys! Get the sunshine, hey!
Do you know what? I never got it right with the Teletubbies. I never knew what it was that made them so popular. But I sat there one morning, right, because I have a couple of young nieces and nephews, but I also have a kid of my own. So, like back in the day when she was a baby, her favorite programs used to be Teletubbies and stuff, and then it was Peppa Pig, as you know yourself, right? But I'd sit there
Blues
and I'd
Clues.
actually
And,
watch
you know.
Teletubbies. And I have to be honest, I know they didn't talk and all, but you could see kids would learn a lot from this. Like it was actually, you know, it was the shape of our body. Kids just loved them because they looked like big giant toys. And it was very clever. I have to be honest, it was. But it's as annoying as crappy. A woman that was narrating, you just wanted to tell her to shut up.
Well, I think it was popular with teens to early 20s who were using certain things.
Yeah. No, Irish TV is good, Daniel. I mean, we did have some. I mean, we had a puppet here called Bosco, and Bosco is very famous. Bosco was kidnapped and all, and someone asked for a ransom. It's a puppet, like, but it's a very old Irish puppet, and it was it was good. It was a good show. They used to it'd be educational as well. They used to bring you to a sweet factory, right? The show would bring you to a sweet factory and show you how sweets were made or how ice pops were made or ice cream was made. It's a bit like how it's made, but it was an Irish
It
version
was
back in
kind
the
of
day.
like how Sesame Street was, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've seen Bosco before, so.
Mm.
So it was like Sesame Street, because I grew up on Sesame Street in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, so you had two adults and then you had Bosco, and the two adults would interact with Bosco, and then Bosco would be talking to us, the kids, like, and the adults and all, and he'd be trying to get you involved. It was a good show. It was a show where, where the program tried to encourage parents to actually play with their kids more. So when Bosco was on, the family would sit down and they'd actually do, because there'd be little tasks and all to do. Be great. Be great. You don't have shows like that anymore now. It's all even, I have to say, it's even dumbed down. I seen shows now and I'm looking at them and saying, is that really what they're showing kids?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's the Thundercats? Where's the Turtles? Where's even and I think Retro Dicky would know this. There was a thing in
Well,
the
they
UK called
even dumbed down.
Rosie and Jim. Where's Rosie and Jim? Where's the Tweenies?
My son used to watch that when he was little. Yeah.
Do you know? But where are all those good little shows gone? You know, it's
They've even dumbed down Sesame Street too.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Well, I'll shut up now about that now and get back to the future. But there's the letter, yeah. And you notice he gets the same breed of dog, and he either names it Copernicus or Einstein.
Einstein.
I need. Yeah.
But one of my favorite scenes is coming up when he does go back to the Wild West, and then when Doc meets him, goes, "Who put you in those clothes? You did."
You did.
Dressing like Howdy Doody.
Well, that one's Copernicus. If you see it, that's Copernicus.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's Copernicus. Yeah, a younger dog is Copernicus. Yeah.
And I still think that theory that Doc knew the whole time. Not this version, but the version, he didn't know yet. This time, this version of Doc didn't know yet, I don't think. Because he just came up with the flex capacitor. But the Doc that actually did the time machine, I think he knew.
Nah, don't know. Because if you think about it logically, right? So, but Marty's at the go is at the this Marty now, right? He's at the sending the other Marty back to the future. This Marty's at the coming back now and giving them further details of what's going to happen. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
find the train. Obviously, that would have came with a load of instructions. Trust me, he would have had a very good idea when he got to 1985 that something was going to happen, and he could have
And
well have changed the future. As I
there,
said, remember they could have went back even further.
yeah,
Because the money, the fact he had all of that money on, there's just little things that don't add up. See,
Mm.
you know what I mean? This is the whole Jules Verne's thing, but he
yeah,
knew.
that was where they started hinting about the end of the movie. You know,
So I do believe he had enough knowledge. And think about it. If you get sapped back into 1885 and he's sending Marty letters back to 1955 in the future, well, then think about it. He has more knowledge than we actually think he does. He would have known all the events. Why? Here's the question: why didn't he stop it? Because he would have had prior knowledge. Think about it. So why didn't he stop it? Did he not stop it because it was a better future for them all, for himself, because he ends up getting married and having kids? Marty ends up not ruining his career and has a
yeah,
chance at a better future. Is that why he didn't change events and let events unfold the way they did?
Mm.
yeah,
See, look at it from that point of view.
it's true.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's a theory of mine. He would have had enough. He would have had enough knowledge because it would have been all the knowledge would have started back in the 1800s because obviously then he would have sent Marty back, got more information there, blah blah blah. He could very easily manipulate the time.
Yeah, and if you remember in the second movie, he had all that money
Yeah,
already set up too.
exactly. So I'm
Hmm.
telling you, he could have already, he could have changed the way everything in the the outcome, but he didn't. He chose not to. And the question is why? And I believe the answer is actually a quite simple one. It's because himself's future and Marty's future look brighter, and obviously Marty's kids now because none of this stuff would actually happen. So you know, it might be a bit selfish in a way, and he is a bit selfish in this movie because he hints towards it in a very big way. He doesn't want to live because he falls in love. You know, he wants
Yeah,
to take her back
no,
there with him. He said,
Mm.
and
it is
Mark is the one
chat
trying to
broke.
tell him, now when you cop onto yourself, think about it. You're a scientist. Think about it as a scientist,
Yeah,
not with your heart.
Well, you need some knowledge to get that DeLorean inside that cave.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. Hey, you guys, this chat broke because I haven't seen nobody talking.
No, see, yeah, here's the thing: a lot of people probably
Okay.
still don't have these movies, so that's why I tried to throw the trailer out in a week in advance. So I put the latest one up. So if you haven't seen the trailer, check it out. It gives you until Thursday to try and
Hmm.
find a copy of it. I'm trying to be as I'm trying to pick movies, even though there are other movies that I would like to pick, and I will eventually. But for now, I'm trying to pick movies that I know that is all have or you can
Yeah.
get a hold of easy enough. I thought you would have been able to get a hold of Back to the Future Part 3.
No,
No.
I think
Um,
HBO has the contract locked up right now,
Mm.
so I'm not sure.
but you can get the next one. You just have it till Thursday. So the trailer's up for the next one. Go and check it out.
Ghostbusters is super
Ah,
easy to get
I want
anywhere.
people to find out for themselves. That's
Oh
why
no.
we said
I
that
kept
in the
stum. I kept stum.
Yeah, that's why Retro never said that. And we were
Didn't
keeping
say
that.
nothing.
We wanted people to go there.
We need the hits.
Yeah. I haven't actually shared this stream though. That's the problem. I've only shared it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it'll get more views. Look, 11 watching, that's 11 more than I thought would watch. Because, you know, Back to the Future is an all trilogy,
Yeah.
you know.
Like I say, that's another of my favourite IPs. I've got both of them anyway.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned like I'm a bit of a Lego fan as well, and I've got like the Lego Dimensions game, and because I love pop culture that much,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I bought it. Especially, I bought it for the Doctor Who game, and it's absolutely brilliant because Peter Capaldi is the 12th Doctor in the game, and when you go through and complete all the levels, you can then regenerate as any Doctor, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely, if you're a Doctor Who fan, I recommend it. And of course, it's also got the Back to the Future level as well, so you can play as Doc, Marty, and you've also got the DeLorean, and in the Doc pack you've got the Time Train as well.
Oh, cool.
So you know you can actually play the Back to the Future level as well, and you got to complete those levels as well. The whole game to me was brilliant. It was such a pity it got cancelled early.
Yeah, they don't sell any of that stuff no more. You can't get it. It's discontinued.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely crazy on it, and I bought everything. I collected everything. So I've got
that stuff is well sought after now.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah, you can play like there's so many brilliant like sort of IPs in it. There's DC. There's like Portals in it as well.
Yeah.
If you definitely like your Doctor Who and your Ghostbusters and Back to the Future, definitely because you can play as the original Ghostbusters as well, which is great.
Now, do you see the DeLorean right there? There's more than one. There was like, if I remember right, when I was on the set,
2 or 3.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 of them because one of them, when they were going through, because I was there on the set because they filmed it out here where I live, and one of them broke down while they were in the middle of filming because I was watching it, and they had to go and replace it. And then this one right here, I think, if I remember, because another thing, they didn't film everything all in order. It was all out of order. So
Right.
This, I think, if I remember right, when I was out there, they filmed this later on, and they filmed all the ending of the movie. It was weird how they were doing it though. So,
Everything
but yeah,
else.
I got the ride. If I think this is the second one, I got the ride in this one, and we drove around in the DeLorean with this one right here. I got to, I got to ride. Somebody drove it, and I got to ride around in the desert with in the DeLorean. That one right there, because that's the second one. So,
Do you think he could have got up to 88 miles per hour in that short of a space?
Oh my God! See how bumpy it is right there? When we were driving in the desert, it was just like how it is right there. He actually, this is the second one because the first one broke down because they hit because I saw it. They were out in the desert and they hit this huge rock.
I'm surprised the axles didn't break on it.
Yeah, well, and that's what underneath. It hit sun underneath. If you see how the car's made, it hit sun underneath and it like screwed it up. And so that's the second one right there, if I remember right.
Wow.
That's the reason why I kind of love this one more because I actually got to be on the set of 3, and I wasn't in it, but I got to like ride in it and stuff. And then they had one that was just there as a model too.
Wow.
That didn't do anything. They was just like they do at Universal. They have a model, and then they have the real one that they can move around.
Wow.
So, yeah. And so I was just like, I was all goody, and I got to like ride around in it and stuff. And when you're riding around, you hear everything jiggle because everything's barely put together. So it's like you're riding around in the desert, everything's like just rattling like a huge truck because everything's just barely on and put together.
Brilliant.
It was like a once in a lifetime experience
Oh,
that
that's
I'll
awesome.
never forget.
Awesome.
You know, yeah,
Calvary.
yeah. I love this part right here. This part where he hit the thing. There's a guy up in the back when he hit there was this lever that the guy had to push to have the water and stuff come out.
The gas.
I was cracking up because it was stuck in there, but they had this button the guy had to push, and the water started coming out and stuff. He actually almost hurt himself doing this part right here. He almost slipped, like really, really hurt himself doing this stunt. Right, that's a stunt guy right there. But when you get to when he hits the fence, that's actually him.
Ooh.
So yeah. So yeah, I'll be like telling you like little things throughout the movie because I was actually there. So I'm like,
Cool.
in the set, the Back to the Future set that you get to see, it burned down because there was a fire out there. So it kind of sucks because we had a fire out here, and in the play, half of the set burnt down because there was a fire. So that kind of sucked too. But they if I remember right, they filmed some of this in Tombstone, Rawhide, and a bunch of other places, if I remember right. Just little parts and stuff here. Huh. Good old safe in 1885.
So at this point, I have a question for Noel.
Yeah.
Just like 30 years ago, how do you think they are doing the accents?
Oh, yeah.
Is it shite?
Yeah. You know, in this movie, for some weird reason, it doesn't bother me as
It's
much.
okay.
It doesn't
Okay.
bother him.
Because I think I love the movies. Obviously, I've seen movies where they've put on an Irish accent and the movie has been absolutely terrible, but this movie isn't. So I think with Irish people, I think this is the way it stands. If there's people putting on Irish accents in the movie and it's bad, we'll slate them and the movie. But if the movie is decent and the Irish accents are not great, we kind of let it slide under the
Yeah,
table
okay.
because you know the movie is what we're there for. So
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
You can
it's
forgive it.
typical of Americans trying to put on an Irish accent, but in this, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. It's still bad, but it's not. It's not that bad.
We'll forgive it.
I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the way they did this while he was sitting right there, and just like when they did 2, but the way they did this was just like super awesome. When he's right there and he's actually talking to himself and stuff.
I mean, for the time this was made, I mean, this is bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I mean, look, even in part 2, I mean, the way they did that hoverboard scene is absolutely amazing as well. I mean, and even the detail that they got for this.
He's like, I even give him a hat.
You know? Funny.
Yeah, I just for some reason I'm like, well, like I said, because I got to go out there. It just 3 hits a bigger spot to me sometimes, like Noel said, because I actually got to go out there and see some of this. So
He's picking up his grandfather.
And then they're like, yeah, he's like, he takes the William. William is over connected to us.
Leah had a really small part in this movie.
Yeah.
And you just pissed on me.
Yeah.
That line would have sounded better if you had said, and you pissed on me. Yeah,
I
get that.
love this. This is the part where some of this burnt down. This whole set, some of this set burnt down, and I was just like, when I found out some of it burnt down, I was gutted. So I was like, oh.
It looks great.
Yeah, it was, because I got to go and walk around. Like I said, this part of this was like they filmed this in places that was already there, and then other places they had to go in and put stuff together, and it was just it felt like you were really in the Old West.
Is you see all the different ancestors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you see the Minor fella, right?
Yeah.
His great grandfather, like
The
so that
callbacks,
whole family has always been in Minor.
And you always have the clock tower.
Yeah, and there's the manure.
One, yeah. Well, I thought that was great to see it being constructed. I thought it was a stroke of genius.
No, I got it. I have a
AJ
picture.
Jones in your handling, see?
Yeah.
Hey, Jones.
I have a picture somewhere, and I gotta dig it up, and I'll show you guys on the stream sometime. I actually got a picture standing next to the clock that Michael J. and them stand next to in the picture.
Wow.
Yeah, it was on the ground and stuff that they stand and take that picture with. I got a picture. I got to stand next to it, and they took a picture of it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I got a bunch of pictures when I was on the set. I don't know where they're at. I think they're in a box somewhere. There's a picture of me sitting in the DeLorean, and I got sunglasses on and all this other shit. Oh, here's one of Noel's favorite parts coming up.
Yeah. But
I love this because they actually got people, and I got to. Some of these guys were on Hee Haw too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because okay, get this. I have a cousin. I have an uncle that was on Hee Haw. It was one of my uncles. He's on Hee Haw. So when I went out here and I talked to some of these guys, he's like, "So do you know my uncle?" He's like, "Of course we know your uncle. He about ran the show." So.
Well, there's like Pat Buttram there or whatever. It's like
Yeah, there's all everybody that's sitting at table
he's on
were either
Junction.
yeah they were all either in Hee Haw or other westerns throughout the spaghetti era.
That's what I was saying earlier. Bartender too.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies too. I love that part.
It takes the varnish off the top.
Hey, McFly! Eastwood. Clint Eastwood.
Here we go. The name is Clint Eastwood.
Look at those moccasins. What does me key mean?
Nikki.
Nikki.
I do love the way they talk back in the day. If that's the way they really spoke back in the day.
Oh, that what was funny was when I was on the set with him, when I got to go out there, I was like kidding him about that. And he's like, we're just doing that for the movie, right? I was like, yeah, but it's still hilarious.
The best character is always he's always the
Yeah.
dumbass, no matter what time period he's in.
I agree.
Dance, boy, dance.
I agree. But
You
again,
can't
with
put
Mad Dog Cannon, again, it's like he's struck down by this awful bad luck. Like, it's like, even though he's an ass, you do kind of feel sorry for him. Like all the characters.
I don't.
I never feel sorry for any of the
I love
cannons.
this part is deadly. Right?
Moonwalk.
Kudos to Michael J. Fox for doing this. This was brilliant. Here we go. Bang. Love
I'm
it.
like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, the other scene that's my favorite, where Doc is in the saloon
yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
telling the stories and he's saying talking about running, right? And he go, "What you running for pleasure?" And I'm
Run
like,
for fun.
Oh. I'm gonna let you know when this part when Doc comes up here and he has that long ass gun. I got to hold that gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was. They took a picture with me in sunglasses next to DeLorean with the gun.
Oh, wow.
That's a badass gun, man.
Yeah.
The gun's awesome.
Telescopic sight on it.
"Well, we have
Oh,
a
yeah.
DeLorean over
So,
here."
I
in
would tell
Ireland.
you that thing was heavy.
Yeah.
Like it was light, but it was heavy at the same time.
It looked heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had to make it look real. So. Yeah.
Do us a favor, the 16 people watching, if you could do us a little favor and share the stream, because I forgot to share it. And if you could give the video a like, I really appreciate it. And by the way, last night's review panel has already hit the over 1,300 mark.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
So we had a big audience last night. For once, I was actually surprised. We had over 130 people consecutively watching at one stage, and that was the biggest audience that we've actually ever had on one of these panels.
Well,
so I want to say thank you to everybody that featured on the panel as well. Congratulations as well, because it was a huge success. So well done. I have to be honest, blown away by the reaction.
I was I was sharing that everywhere. I shared it on Facebook. I shared it on all the places. I told a bunch of my friends. I had friends that came in here that didn't say anything too. If you notice when Doc's holding it, did you see how his hand was unsteady there a little bit? Yeah, it is kind of heavy, but the parts that were like off balance was that long part. Yeah. So
actually, it's got 1,409 views now.
Wow.
And then after the stream was done last night and all, I shared it everywhere. So I know a bunch of people in the Resistance channel watched it because they told me.
Good.
They were like, hey, Jed, I saw you on the thing last night, man. It's like, you did a good job on the panel. That was awesome panel. What idiot dressed you in that outfit? You did.
You did. Doc's kind of a badass in this time.
Oh, he is.
I can't
He's in his
believe
element.
Can't believe two people hate Ghostbusters.
Good.
It's just trolls, no.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm making a joke out of it. I'm making a joke out
Oh,
of
okay.
it. Why would anybody dislike a video about Ghostbusters? I'm not even talking in it. Are you really
Yeah.
that sad? I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It gives the video more attention, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But like, really?
Must be fans of the reboot.
They must be fans of the 2006. That's
Yeah.
what it is, Alpha. That's how we'll explain it. It is. It's definitely fans of that 2016 version. But I watched that twice as well. For some be a sexist and a misogynist. I really do watch all of these female-led franchises, and you know, that's the thing. I do. I watch all of these. I give them a chance, and they suck balls.
Oh, they do.
Actually, they don't suck balls because they don't have balls. That's the problem.
Claire
I'm
Clayton.
sick of all of this nonsense. Just do your female-led franchises and do women characters justice for a change, and do your male ones like you used to do back in the day, and then everybody be bloody happy. No, they won't actually, because you'll always get someone else then that'll be screaming, "Oh, but we're not being represented. Where's their character?"
Yeah. Hey, that guy doesn't have a finger on his left toe and a mole on his left ear. Where's my
Representation.
representation of that? Hey, I have a nose, but I don't have a leg. Where's my representation? Phil?
The funny part is when they come out with the whole rhetoric of only
that
certain
part
should
right
play
there.
certain people. So I was saying, right, fair enough. So should we insist that serial killers be played by serial killers? Should we insist that that whatever train drivers actually play train drivers in movies? You get me? This is where this is going. It's stupid. You get the best person for the job, no matter what their gender, their sexual orientation, or whatever it is. You get the best person for the job.
It's funny, this whole massive machine is so you can get an ice cube.
Well,
Yeah.
that was real dry ice that he put in his drink. When you saw it come out, that was real dry ice.
Yeah.
It was the fact that it was one ice cube, though.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
one ice cube.
And
It
brown
wasn't a
as well,
bullshit
lads. And brown as well, lads.
Yeah,
because the water is
exactly.
second
Yeah.
crap.
It's like, oh,
Well, to all the drinks they added this brown like tint to everything, so it's like, yeah, the water's bad.
but in fairness, this is exactly what I think Doc would get up to if he was stuck. When we seen him gone and got the letter, I said, I bet you he's got to be doing some sciencey crap.
Oh, yeah.
I love this part right
Trying to
here.
get the DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour. Yeah.
oh, I like this bit.
Yeah, this
And then when
part
he starts
cracked
coming
me
with his
up.
mad theories, then let's slide it down a hill in the winter time, and he goes, no, you're gonna die in like 3 days time.
If I remember right, and I'm not sure, I think if I remember right, that was one of the ones that wasn't meant to. It was just one of the stationary ones. I don't remember because it was so long ago.
Well, we have one over here. We have one of the film ones. So one of the three that you're talking about, we have.
That's nice.
Yeah, because the DeLorean plant was over there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So we have one of the movie ones in Ireland because
I
obviously.
wonder if that's the one I rode in and drove in.
But you know, they built the Titanic. They built this heap of shit. Except this heap of shit went on to be a time machine. The Titanic went into the ocean. All built in Ireland. Ireland's craftsmanship. What? But please buy Irish. There's a lot of that going on now. Do you notice that? With countries, please buy our produce. Don't buy any other country's produce. Buy Irish. Buy, and then in the UK, it's like buy English, buy UK, buy British.
You don't
Well-
make anything in the UK though. There's nothing left. It's all being
That's
sold.
kind of like out here too.
The train, though. Here we go. This was a good idea, though. I have to be honest. Whoever came up with the concept for the using the train as to get the car up to 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Obviously, I don't like the train at the end, but
Yeah,
like,
Oh,
yeah.
that train was super awesome though.
were you
I
on
got
that train?
I got to go on a little ride on that one too.
I've seen the YouTube video where the visitors are actually looking at that. I've seen it,
Yeah.
and the DeLorean's there as well.
Yeah.
With the Mr. Fusion on top as well.
in that time, and back in that time, wouldn't that be their best option? I mean,
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been their best option. Train. There's no way you would have got enough horses to get it up to
No.
80.
Oh no.
Right.
Hell no.
Even pushing it down a hill, you got to remember, even back in those days, trying to get a smooth enough hill, as he says in the movie, it would have been impossible. Impossible. So yeah, this was the only solution.
Take a look at what the ravine was named.
Yeah,
Because-
because it changes, doesn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
because-
I do remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
well,
here's comes Clara.
Yeah, it ends up becoming a Clint Eastwood bridge.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he saved her, it gets named something else.
Yeah. That
So
made me think
they changed time again. Like
No, that's the
Clint
original
Eastwood-
name of the bridge. After she dies, it becomes Clara her. They name
Yeah.
it after her. That's the bridge name now. It's not going to
Yeah.
change, but then it does change then because Marty or Clint Eastwood goes over with the trainer, so they think. So they named the bridge after him.
That made me
So-
think. Did Clint Eastwood get his name from the bridge, thus from Marty?
yeah,
Ah,
what and
yeah.
I said
You know
that
what I
too.
mean?
What
That
if
made me-
Eastwood got his name from
Yeah.
you
But
know
that's brilliant. But again, that's brilliant. You know, these
Yeah.
writers were clever.
You
know?
thinking about it.
You know, we're still talking about these movies even today.
Yeah.
And that's testament to the work that these people did on it and the writing and stuff.
Something is missing from today.
Yeah.
So now that would have been her. She would have been dead. They
Yeah.
would have named the bridge after her, but it stays the same now until Marty dies. Well, he doesn't die, but he goes back to the future.
Hmm.
Oh. Love at first sight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he knows. This was never going to end well for Doc.
Yeah.
Well, it did, but you know what I mean. At the time, it was not going to end well. He would have had
Yeah.
to
Well,
either leave or make the decision to stay. I knew he'd stay.
like you said again, sometimes I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, there's a lot more to Doc Brown's character than just create this time machine. He
Well-
did. I'm telling you, because their futures, both their futures end up being better. All their futures end up being better.
Yeah.
So he had that knowledge. He had
He's-
that knowledge
yeah.
beforehand. So he would have been able to manipulate the timeline to make sure that it stayed the
Yeah.
way it ended up staying. No,
Yeah.
'Cause he could have slipped off, couldn't he, from the first movie where you see him disappear off?
yeah,
Yeah.
He could have just got, because he's got a time machine, so he can just come back at any point.
exactly.
Doc was pretty shrewd.
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
think about it? In the second part, he's already trying to change the timeline because he
Yeah.
brings Marty to the future to try save his bloody kid. This is
Yeah,
how he
and-
thought, you know what I mean? So he was willing to do that
to save Marty's kids. So what would he be willing to do for himself to change his own future, his own outcome?
Yeah.
And he probably seen what his future looked like before these events unfolded.
I mean, if
And
he went into the future, didn't he? So he might have already seen the gravestone as well.
yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot to this movie that still hasn't even been discussed. Like,
Yeah.
so many layers to this. And I know it's all fan theory, and yes, it is fan theory, but that's the great thing about this.
Yeah, but
This is why these movies are so loved, because
Yeah,
even
it's-
after all of this time, we're still coming up with theories. We're still talking about the existing theories. It's brilliant.
yeah, it's fun to think about that.
This is what movies are supposed to do. Do you
Yeah.
remember back in the day?
Yeah.
This is what it was all about. Do you know what? We got spoiled. If I had known that TV and the film industry was going to go down the way it has, I would have appreciated some of the other movies more than I did, if you get me.
Certainly would have collected more than what, because the majority of my film collection is all stuff from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the majority of mine too.
Yeah.
I have a few new movies,
Yeah.
you know, like
Very, very far and few between. There's the odd
Yeah.
one or two which are
yeah,
really stand out.
yeah,
But the
like
majority of my stuff is like, again, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
yeah,
Yeah, sure. I love movies like when Worlds Collide. Do you remember that movie back in the day? When Worlds Collide, about the scientist, he finds out that another planet is gonna
dude,
destroy the Earth. So,
that movie was awesome though.
yeah, they build a rocket ship, and there's gonna be a few people that are they found this planet. Yeah, and it's very good because it highlights the desperation of people. You know, the extremes that people will go to try get onto this ship. You know, some people even go as far as to try sabotage it. But even for back in the day, the effects,
the effects were awesome.
Brilliant. So if you haven't watched that with Worlds Collide, go and check it out. It's a great little movie. And of course, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original.
Oh, yeah.
Like the updated version, it wasn't bad.
How about the original Little Shop of Horrors? I like both of them though.
I love
That
it.
Yeah, it had Jack Nicholson in that one.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, his I love it because it's not the scale. The same joke in all three movies.
Carried through, yeah. It's brilliant. Right.
But again, how was he able to get that model made so quick and stuff? He could have had that done already and had it covered up and then presented it to Marty at the right time. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All stashed away.
Hey, Noel, have you ever seen a movie called Earthquake?
Yeah, I have. The Charlton Heston one?
Yes. Do you know in the movie theater out here in Phoenix, it's not here no more. When they premiered it, and I remember this when it came out, they got those brand new Dolby speakers that would just would shake foundations and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And the people that ran the theater let the teenagers run this place at night. Okay. So the teenagers boosted the sound like to like the max, and it put cracks in the foundation of the theater from that movie. Yeah. And it was the movie theater in this is known if you live out here in Arizona and Phoenix and stuff. And it was, I think it's called the Kachina, I say. I'm not sure if that was the one. But it and I saw like Aristocats and a bunch of other movies there. I saw Flash Gordon, a bunch of movies there. But I saw Earthquake there too. And it just destroyed. And after that little part, they had a hard time getting people in there because as you walk into the movie theater, you can see the cracks in the movie theater floor from when they turned the volume all the way up.
I love this scene coming up.
Yeah, that clock right there, I got a picture of that right there, standing next to that clock right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And ZZ Top as well.
Yeah. One of the days that I was out there, because I was out there for like 3 or 4 days, odd days. They weren't all in a row, you know, because I would just, you know, one day and then, one of the days I was out there, ZZ Top was out there.
Oh,
So,
brilliant.
yeah. But then they did like some of this. Okay, here's the thing, and it's just like the original Bill and Ted. Some of the stuff was made in California, and then but a good portion of it was made out here in Arizona too. Because I'm in Bill and Ted, the original Bill and Ted.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and especially the Metro Center scene. I'm in the Waterloo scene. That's Sunsplash or something. I don't remember what they call it now.
Again, I've got both of them as well. They're
yeah.
one of my love them two films as well.
So yeah, so like I love because Arizona has like a cool movie history out here. You know, so
is that not ZZ Top, or is that like stand-ins, or?
No, that was actually them.
That was them? Okay.
That was actually them. Yeah, that was actually them.
Yeah.
That was actually them. They were super nice too. So my dear. And I love how when Marty goes to, are they gonna do? I know they're not gonna do it yet. Oh, they're just gonna do the dance right here. Oh, here he goes. I love how they do the running joke throughout all 3 movies. They keep, you know, because you never, yeah, you never have good running jokes in movies anymore. But in Back to the Future, they had the same joke in all 3 movies running. They had like a dozen the same jokes running in all 3 movies.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, yeah. Like the part where he goes, "Oh, you're safe in like good old 1955. Oh, you're safe in good old 1885." And then this part where they do it in all 3 too, and then other stuff. It was just
the
I love it,
isn't it?
Yeah.
And how Biff messes up sayings, and how Biff always gets covered in crap.
Yeah. It was a stroke of genius, you know. Of how they did stuff. So, well, Gunman. And he goes at 7-Eleven.
Right hand.
Yeah.
Marshall Strickland.
Yeah. I am. And then that's him right there. as younger. That's his relative that he tells him, and he says, "See this?" And then it goes throughout the whole line.
Yeah.
Smile, Marshall. After all, this is a party.
I think I'm behind a couple of seconds.
Now you can understand where Strickland got it all from.
Uh-huh.
But again, it's funny. The name is kind of a running joke in itself because it's Strickland.
Strickland.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, high school principal.
Oh, this is where he figures out frisbee.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
And then him throwing that gives the guy that saw Marty do that the idea for frisbee. So Marty gave the idea for a frisbee to the guy who was actually named Frisbee.
Brilliant.
But this part right here is when he was supposed to die, the original time. No, wait, no, it wasn't. Not yet. Wait, did he? Yeah, wait.
Yeah, in the back, he shot him in the back.
It was right here. It was
Shot
right
him in
here.
the back.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It didn't kill him until a couple of days later, though, so it still fitted the timeline. He shot him with that, but the slug took a couple of days, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Marty chucks the frisbee at him, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
See, took 2 whole days, so that fits with the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sinister laugh. I think you underestimated me, mister.
And you know what? In fairness, this was the right woman for Doc Brown, though. If you think about
Yeah,
it,
it was.
she's a strong, independent woman. You know, got her own hopes and dreams as well. This is brilliant, though. His face, look, he's deranged.
What's wrong, dude? You yellow? And that's the running joke too. Like,
Yeah. Never call him yellow.
yeah. What are ya? Chicken
That's
in
what got him into
two?
trouble,
In
because
two, it was chicken.
Needles said
Yeah.
that was chicken, and that's why he drove his truck, and that's why he ended up losing his future career, maybe. I love this part. You're going to rob the stage car. You're going to rob the It's like you're telling everyone fucking plans, like.
So,
Hey guys.
again, so because he learned this lesson here, and he then goes back to his normal time. That then again changed his timeline, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Doc should have been dead right there. Actually, he should have been dead twice right there. Once when he had the gun in his back, but she took him. Tannen took him, and then they pushed him back. and then again, right there when he went to go through, and then Marty threw it in, so he interfered twice.
Mm.
You know that was a duck hunt joke, right? It was a duck hunt joke. They put that in there as a duck hunt joke.
Yeah, from the NES, yeah.
Yeah, from they did it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, I've still got my NES.
Yeah. You sure sound straight, Mr. Eastwood. Occult peacemaker.
Now everybody wants to get Mr. Eastwood's endorsements.
Yeah.
I'm having it back.
You know what is another awesome movie? The Quick and the Dead. Has anybody ever seen that?
Mm.
Not,
I've seen it years ago, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, that.
What about Bad Day of
Unforgiven
Black
is
Rock?
brilliant, actually.
Huh? Did you ever like that one, though?
Eastwood. Unforgiven. Has anybody ever seen that one?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I love that.
That's a cracking
Love that.
one.
Yeah.
wasn't it Quick and the Dead, Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman?
Yeah. Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio, a bunch of people in that movie.
Yeah, Sharon Stone. Is that the one with Sharon Stone in it?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah. It is a good movie, actually. The end of that movie is terrific, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe is the preacher. Yeah. That was an outlaw preacher.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple of Michael Douglas movies as well. There's a couple of his movies I like back in the day. You know, like Romancing the Stone and, you know, War of the Roses and stuff like that. And
What about Falling Down?
yeah, Falling Down is brilliant as well. Yeah, I love when he goes into the burger joint. That's my favorite scene of that movie, have to be honest.
You ever seen an old film called Bad Day of Black Rock?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's an awesome film, that. Awesome film.
Oh,
Spencer Tracy.
Chris asked me a question. Here's a question for you, Jed. Did Marty get the idea to use a steel plate as a bulletproof vest from Clint Eastwood's movie, or did the movie get the idea from Marty's? It was because, in Back to the Future 2,
yeah, you see him, don't you?
you see Clint Eastwood. He got the idea from Clint, from the movie, Chris. So, yeah, he got the idea from the movie. And they set it up.
It was in the bathtub with the
Yeah.
two girls watching the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, 2 sets that up perfectly because you're like, oh my god.
And he even put the music in it, the good, the bad, the ugly music in it. Where
Yeah.
So
there's your answer, Chris.
And hopefully Biff wouldn't shoot him directly in the chest and not in the head or something.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So explain to me, all their teeth were rotten back in the day, but how come hers are pearly white?
Well, this
yeah, but even the women in it, like, you know, everybody else, like Biff and his, they all have like rotten teeth and the rest of them, but except for the main cast, they all have like pearly whites.
Well,
what I love about this is a recreation of the very first scene that we see in the very first movie.
Yeah. It's a callback to the first movie in the first 5 minutes. I love it. Yeah, because if you see Mad Dog, his teeth are all just busted up and everything. He looked like he'd been chilling on some rocks.
Yeah, crack rocks.
I know, right?
Or a bit
Yeah,
of
but
meth.
yeah, you can't have your main female protagonist with bad teeth. It's like, you talking to me?
You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Come on, boy, you talking to me?
Just a taxi driver callback.
Yeah.
No, there he is now, thinking he's the big man now. Here's the
I love that the Undertaker comes right here.
I starts mentioning him.
The Undertaker's like, let me see here.
It's like a Monty Python bit, though, what he's doing.
Oh, it is. And,
Yeah,
and that was the genius of this.
Starts measuring them up.
Yeah, because you can see them do that in Monty Python, you know?
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, oh yeah. Excellent.
We are the Knights who say
Bring me a summary.
That cracked me up the first time I saw that in the movie theater.
It's only a flash.
Died laughing.
Here you go.
People are like, it's not that funny, and I was a little kid, and I was busting up laughing, and they're like, this kid's busting up here. So I loved Monty Python.
Oh, fantastic.
Life of Brian cracked me up. Everybody's like, oh, you can't make fun of that. No, that was hilarious. Always look on the bright side of life.
Oh, he's a very naughty boy.
What's the meaning of life? Every sperm is sacred.
Yeah. Hey, how about that guy that goes and he goes, just one more small mint. He's no.
Oh, stuffed.
Dude, Monty Python cracked the hell up, man.
You see John Cleese like legging it off and jumps over the table. Brilliant. Love that film.
Yeah, and then I used to love Faulty Towers too. Faulty Towers cracked me the hell up. My two of my favorite shows when I was growing up was Faulty Towers and Are You Being Served? Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Mr. Humphreys, yeah.
I'm free.
I'm free. Mrs. Slocum, are you free? I'm free.
In my pussy.
But I can't go home tonight because my pussy said, and she's like meowing all over the place. I grew up with all that, man. I love that.
Duplo song, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's just like stuff you don't get nowadays, man.
Nope.
And it's just like it doesn't. It was intelligent but dirty at the same time.
Seaside humor. Seaside humor. Absolutely
And it was
brilliant.
awesome. You know.
Yeah.
Subtly dirty.
Yeah, I love that part where he's all just checking the walls, dear, tapping the wall. Just checking the wall. Oh, I just think right here. Oh, yeah.
This here's smack on the head.
I know.
Yeah, another one in my collection. But yeah,
Anyhow, Back to the Future.
I know, right?
Daniel doesn't feel well. He says he's gonna shoot. Yeah, Cheryl's feeling under the weather as well. She's
Okay, brother Daniel.
dude,
Take
get
care,
better,
brother.
get
Okay.
better, mate.
her, man. So yeah, Cheryl's not in the best either. She's been in bed. So yeah, again, 2021 hasn't started off as a great year for Cheryl.
I hope she feels better.
She's in bed
Yes,
resting. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
send
She's
our
just
wishes.
needs some sleep. So
Daniel, you feel better, brother. Okay. You're a legend.
Yep.
Okay.
Get well, dude.
Yeah.
but again, he didn't. He ended up building another one. So you got the question, well, why did he build another one?
Mhm.
You know? If he was happy with her and had made the decision to stay, right, okay, he says that he came back to get Einstein. But in fairness, he really built a time machine just to come back and get Einstein? No, he didn't.
Yeah.
There was
No.
so
I never bought that either. That he just did it just to go get Einstein. I was like, no,
No.
no.
There was another reason behind why he came back,
Yeah.
Mm,
which we will never know, unfortunately, because
no,
they're too old now.
as you said, they could have possibly led on to a fourth one, maybe from
Yeah.
that idea.
Well, yeah, like we said, they wanted to do one, but they wouldn't give them the budget to do it.
No.
So they just did number 4 in video game form. So just like the Ghostbusters game is Ghostbusters 3, basically.
Yeah, yeah. All those cutscenes in the game are brilliant as well, edited
Oh
together.
god.
Yeah.
The first time I played through the Back to the Future Telltale game, I was just like, this is awesome.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was like, this is what 4 could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've actually sat there and watched that. I've actually watched that stream where he's edited them all together. It's really good.
that part where you're back in like the 50s though, and you're stuck in a lab and Doc is telling you to like, you gotta go do this, you gotta go do this. That drove me up the wall. I was just like,
I just love our reaction here. I've heard some whoppers in my time, but bang, and then she clatters him across the face.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, look at her face. She's like, yes, Emmett. That's all she. Yes, Emmett. I do understand. I'm like,
yeah, and then when she clatters him, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, you think about this from Doc's perspective, how much he knows what's going on and she misunderstands, and that's got to hurt him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah.
I don't love you anymore. You didn't want to see me. But he goes, no, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you, PD. And then he puts that right there on the thing.
Yeah.
Hi, Problem Bean.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, Lee. Haven't seen you in the past couple of days that much.
Oh, here's the bar scene now.
Yeah. Oh, Lee didn't watch it. I know that. Whiskey. Okay, I ain't your papa. Because he goes, remember the last time you got drunk? Well, you were up till like what time with us? With a bunch, with us.
God, wasn't it? 'Cause
Yeah,
past 1:30, wasn't it?
yeah. We were up late, weren't we, Alpha? Yeah. And then I dragged PD Rich into watching the show with me yesterday. I was trying to get you, Alpha, so all three of us could be, and I tried to find Retro too.
Oh,
So I
no,
was
you
like,
put
all
your-
of us could suffer
oh.
together, but I could only get him. So
Oh. Yeah, I saw the message. I think I'd crashed out. I think.
yeah, because I messaged you. I was like, dude, you
Yeah.
want to watch this with us?
Yeah, I would have. I think I'd crashed out.
Yeah. Did Mahler actually put you in a timeout? you were blasted. That was funny when we came over to when Noel was doing Red Dead Redemption. We were all giggling, and then Lee was like putting stuff in the chat. Lee was cracking me up.
Alpha's
Did
dropped
you
off.
sleep for 2 days? Because I haven't seen you for almost 2 days.
Is Alpha okay? He's dropped off.
Sometimes that happens to him. Even when he's in Discord, that happens to him.
Mm,
So he just comes back in. He'll come back in.
sound.
I'll keep an eye on chat, see if he comes back in the private chat. Don't say anything, Lee, because I have 2 episodes left. Okay? Okay, yeah. Hey, Noel, are you there?
Yeah.
Add Alpha back. He's back. Okay, yeah, I have 2 episodes left. Welcome back, Alpha.
Well, thank you.
I was like, I know when we talk on Discord, your stuff goes out sometimes. So
Yeah.
yeah, all Doc had was just one bloody drink too, just one drink. He stayed in a bar all night and like just talked about his troubles and didn't drink anything. And then he goes, "Okay, we gotta go catch a train and drinks," and just falls flat on his ass.
Now I have to wonder what the wake-up juice to use, if that's a nod to something like Coca-Cola or something.
Yeah.
Well, looked like it had Tabasco and a bunch of other stuff in it.
Yeah.
Tomato juice and
Well, that drop that he did, if I remember right, they had to redo that scene a couple times, if I remember right. Because one time he fell and he almost hurt himself. So they had to redo it again, like a couple times. Watch this. This is funny when he like pours it down his gullet. Look at his eyes, look at his eyes, look at his eyes. He goes in the horse's trough. He's like, oh, that was just a reflex action. It's going to take a few more minutes. Yeah, I know. Rich, I know.
Yeah.
It's hard to find the Back to the Future animated series too.
Oh yeah, remember that?
It used to be on a few places, but it's not on any of the channels no more. The only way you can find it now, actually, I think, is if you get it on DVD, and that's about it.
I'll have to keep my eyes open for it then.
Yeah, I remember watching that when I was younger, though. I remember, I think Back to the Future and the Bill and Ted cartoon came out at the same time. I'm not sure. Yeah. It took 2 days. Alpha. It took 2 days. He was plastered. Least funny though. He giggles a lot when he's drunk.
No, it's a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time on New Year's Eve. I got $20 gold. Got $30 gold.
Again, yeah. Now, is his outfit now actual callback to like a Clint movie?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah,
High Plains Drifter or something
yeah,
like that?
Good, bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
Yeah. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, I thought it looked familiar.
Yeah. That's the first New Year you've seen on YouTube. No, Lee's hilarious is when he drank. And then he started singing China Doll again, which is cracking me up. We were in the Discord call with him, and he started singing China Doll again. Have a good night, Charlotte.
Good night, Charlotte.
Good night.
He actually does sing a good version of China Doll. He's an asshole.
that
There
sums
goes
it up.
Doc just pops up.
Yeah. Tylenol.
Yeah. I really think Doc could make Tylenol if he really wanted to. You know, because you know. Ziggy's been put back in his box for another year. Yeah. Fucking, I was like, you know what? The first time when I saw Lee's picture, I was like, oh my god, he's Bowie's illegitimate child. And then somebody else said it on New Year's Eve, and I was cracking up. Because that's the first thing I said when I saw Lee's picture. I guess it'll have to be your block spec friend. Forget about me, Marty. I know the future. I know how this is going to turn out.
I'm going to invent a future train.
Yeah. Dude, you're awesome, like. So. With big brown puppy dog eyes and long silvery full hair. Oh, you know him? Emmett. destroys the whole car.
Like it.
Time's up, runt.
I'm gonna gobble myself.
Prepare to meet your maker, blacksmith.
Boo!
Wow, wow, Somebody's got to do the whistle. That was the one thing I loved about The Quick and the Dead. The music in that movie was awesome. Oh. Oh yeah, didn't his techno cyber? I said that, Chris. That when he did that new thing, I said it's cyberpunk with techno, and I was like, that's awesome. His song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said it just like me. You thought wrong, dude.
Oh,
Doc-
this is shite.
Doc acting all shocked on purpose to keep the thing going along. I gotta act shocked here, guys. Come on.
What? He wasn't really shocked? Come on, pop back up, Marty.
This is a great scene.
Yeah.
Look at him because he's gone up all kill. I've just killed him.
Oh, I love that.
That should have knocked him out right away.
Yeah. Well, that's pure, iron and that should have just knocked him out. But I know why they did that on purpose. It's for the dramatic,
Yeah.
And then the minute that he hit that tombstone, that feature was done for. Yeah.
Manure.
In the crap. Again.
Oh my God, not manure. I hate manure. Spits out a whole mouthful. And that one, that was fresh stuff too. That was fresh stuff.
Oh, here we go.
Shit.
Yeah.
Here we go. I hate manure.
They could start from scratch with the games again, and they could do a Back to the Future trilogy, game trilogy, and add new elements to the games, if you know what I mean. I think that'd be a good idea because there is a nostalgia thing going on, and trust me, I mean, Retro Dickie, if there was a Back to the Future trilogy,
Yeah,
game,
oh yeah, definitely.
I would buy that. I would buy it, yeah.
Too right, I would.
Yeah.
I'd be forced in queue fighting you all off, lads.
I mean, the stuff they can do now, since the original one.
Yeah. Well, they're doing that with Mass Effect though too. The Legendary Edition. I already got that. The day that Mass Effect Legendary Edition gets out, I'm getting that day one. So, because I heard rumors. I don't know if this is true or not, but they may be handling the end. They may be fixing it to link up with Mass Effect 4 that's coming out. Yeah.
I wish to do a Portal 3. I'd love to do a Portal 3.
Now I've tried this now, trying to catch a train by horse, and I can
Dude,
tell you,
that
it's
yeah,
not easy at all.
people go,
Me
oh,
too.
that's easy. No, it isn't. Even running up to the train, because I used to run in trains all the time out here. I busted my knee one time doing
Ah,
that.
you're missing the joke. I says, even if I am playing it on Red Dead,
Yeah, no. There's
Yeah, but for-
Clara on the horse.
For Doc, I mean, is he pretty old to be doing some of the action
Yeah.
stuff?
I love the part though where the train driver says, is this a hold up? No.
No.
That's experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Marty.
What a movie. It just gets better with age or something. I don't know what it is. But
You
it's
want to know how they did? If I think I remember how they did that. They did some of these scenes that you see from right up here. They were in a helicopter or something, if I
Right.
remember right. And they were shooting it from the helicopter. I don't remember if that's right or not, but
Well, I think you
because
would.
there was no drones back then. This was in the
No,
like
no sounds back there.
yeah. It was if I remember right, because I remember there was a helicopter on the set, but I never saw it.
Yeah,
I never saw it go up in the air
Experiment.
though. Yeah.
it looks good. However, they did it.
It's a science experiment. Science.
Yeah.
Stop the train. We just want the train. That's it. You and the passengers can now go and take off somewhere else. As if the train driver wouldn't notice it's the same fella that asked him how
Earlier.
fast the
Yeah.
train go. You know, even if he had got a mask on, like, you'd still know by the voice. And remember, he stays behind, so he still did. I assume he never got caught for his part in it.
No.
Same
It
here.
is true.
We've all wanted to do that. Oh, that car is just amazing. I have a model version of that car. Well, not that exact version, not the one without the tires, but I have the original one. Oh, and the
Yeah.
wheels bend under as well, so it could fly and it lights up.
Mhm.
I want to get the Ghostbusters one next.
We have the Edsel and the DeLorean.
You bought an Etzel? What movie is that from?
Cars that were before their time or whatever that didn't pan out.
Peggy Sue Got Married. That's where that line's from.
Yeah, that's the Nicolas Cage, Kathleen Turner movie, is it?
Yeah.
Peggy Sue Got Married. Yeah.
That cracks me up. You bought an Etzel?
Shit, I just got coffee in my eye. How did I manage to get
How
coffee?
the bloody hell did you get coffee in your
Because I
eye?
filled the big mug, so the splashback on it when I put it down, it's just the crapping in my eye. Well, I suppose just a bit of caffeine in the eye won't do any harm.
Now you'll be up for hours.
Well, I'm always up anyway. I'm like an android at this fucking stage, mate.
Yeah, this DeLorean right here, they didn't. This was one of the modified DeLoreans too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love this part because it is really exciting. Love it.
Heron and the bull sat next.
Again, though, this made no sense to me. Marty's the younger guy, yeah? So why didn't Doc go into the DeLorean first? Because Marty would have made it, even with the bumps, he would have made it, like, you know?
Yeah.
Again, I do believe that Doc had prior knowledge.
Yeah, I think he did too.
This is interesting, actually, after watching these three movies. But this is brilliant. The music is perfect. The camera angles, brilliant.
Yeah. Well, you know, on 3, they tried out some new camera angles they haven't done before too, and then people started going on and doing these in more movies and stuff. So
No, it's a science experiment. I know that. I'm not going to ask Noel. Ask Noel what.
huh? Oh, Rich is talking about the horse joke.
Oh.
Yeah, he's talking about the horse joke. He's like, I'm not gonna ask how you know. Or...
Dot.
Yeah, I know. I still, like you said, no, I do think that he knew.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Because he could have got in there. You know.
Well, he could have got in there he could have got in the car originally and let Marty do all of this. I just don't get why he did.
Yeah. Well,
Because
we
he's
know.
a scientist, you know? So he'd logically be the one watching this thing, calling it out to Marty, telling him the speed, not the other way around. Uh-oh, here we go. This is where it gets...
Claire, she's on the train. Claire, perfect. Retro, you back?
Aye. All right, dude.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not. I didn't know you were all talking in the private chat there. It's just
it's
I'm
okay.
on a separate window, so like I'm kind of flicking between the two, so that just in case I miss any.
Well, I got that on my phone, and I got the tablet here, and then I got the movie on my Blu-ray player. So
See, again, there's no way he thought that they were gonna make this anyway.
yeah,
It just doesn't make sense, man. Now maybe I'm just overthinking it because I want those theories to come true, but still, it just seems a bit. You know, they're at 59 miles an hour now. He's about to break into the red now. So
Yeah, how is it going to increase that to that speed?
It's a movie. You go with it.
Yeah. just roll with it.
no, but that's what I like about movies. You know, even though you're right, it's just a movie, but it's still good to have these little conspiracy fan theories. I think it's great. But here we go.
Oh.
It's about to blow now.
just checking on the walls, dear.
And I mean, she couldn't be any fucking slower. Oh, here we go. That was a good shot, though. Have to be honest.
I was always wondering how Doc and his wife survived.
Well, he gets the hoverboard, you remember, and they just fly off.
Yeah, because Marty gives him the hoverboard and they go right off.
Okay, there.
Marty gave him back. I wonder if Doc gave him back the hoverboard. Oh,
What do you mean when they came back on the train? No.
See, even then, he wouldn't have made it with the steam in the way. So again, you know what I mean? This was never going to work the way they did it. 80 miles an hour now. Here we go.
The old pink hoverboard.
Yeah, to be honest, the way he catches this hoverboard on point as well.
Mm. End of track.
Unlike your man that does those videos, 100 things wrong with Back to the Future.
Oh, I mean Cinema Sins?
Cinema Sins, yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
But in fairness, he has the hoverboard, so it does make sense. But there's no way he would have made it. So, again, I think this is our Doc knowing what's going to happen. Because he knows he's going to see Marty again. Oh, here we go. I do love the way they are. I just love that this was the best thing ever grown up.
Yeah, I love that when the tracks is on. Yeah.
And then bang.
Yeah.
Damn. That is just so good. Seriously. Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, Bob Gale, man. Legends.
Yeah. You want to know, that was real wood, too.
Oh.
It was. That was all real wood.
Even that scene, I love it. Love it.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the scene. This scene is the scene that breaks my heart right here. This one breaks my heart. Every time I see this part, it breaks my heart.
Actually, I remember when I first seen it, I was distraught. But
Oh yeah.
I started crying in the movie theater.
Eastwood Ravine now. Eastwood.
Yeah.
And then we got Hilldale there. Look.
I was like, but DeLorean, they can't do that.
They're like, get off the tracks. There's a train coming. You're dead. It was sad to see it be destroyed.
That was just.
But again, Doc would have known this. Doc would have known this. So this was all pre-planned, man. Destroy the DeLorean. Couldn't have Marty using it again.
Plenty.
Well, he wouldn't have the knowledge to use it again, actually, because. But there you go. That is a sad end for the car.
And that was.
Oh, and then you see the flux.
Yeah.
Fluxing away, and then it just goes down.
Nice. Yeah.
It was bound to happen. The thing that I found unbelievable about this scene, though, right, is the train crashed into the car. Now, I do know that trains at that speed, they do take a long time to stop, but you don't even see it in the background there. Ah, Marty, it's okay. He's going to annoy you now because he's going to come along in a flying train for no reason whatsoever. The only thing that I hate about this movie is the fact the train can fly. If he had kept it on the tracks, I would have been happy enough with that. But he had to put wings on the thing and make it fly like Jules. I suppose Jules Verne.
Yeah, that's what Chris said the other day. He said if it was Jules Verne, he would have created a flying train. So hats off to Chris for pointing that out. It's made me think, but it still bugs me, that scene.
And that's not really his dad.
Yeah.
God, guys, yous are all back to... Well, they're not technically back to normal, Marty. The future has been changed. This wasn't your future. You didn't have that truck. You were poor. Your mother was an alcoholic. Your daddy was basically getting bullied. Your brother Dave was a pizza boy and his life was nothing. And your sister believed she was ugly and didn't have anybody. Now she has tons of boyfriends. Dave is in a well-respected job. The mother is no longer an alcoholic. The dad is a famous writer. They're not back to normal, Marty. I know it.
Yeah.
That wasn't Crispin Glover, though.
No, it wasn't.
No.
No,
unfortunately.
I actually I met the guy that played him. That wasn't Crispin Glover. They got somebody else that was his body double, and he just played the rest in 2 and 3. So
Drag race,
Yeah.
but not.
Often makes you think that if he flips it backwards like he did, how come he didn't crash into something else the other way?
in the future, someday. It wasn't a dream, was it?
But this
Oh,
is one of the pivotal moments of this whole
Yeah.
franchise coming up here now, because Marty now he has the choice here now.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to see Flea of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Because now he knows what happened. His missus knows what's happened. So now he can either go down the same path or he can change his future right now.
Yeah.
And this is what I loved about this scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I love it then because he comes to the realization and then he says to his wife, did you really think, his girlfriend, do you really think I was going to race that jerk? He's learned something. That's the whole point of these movies. Well, he actually learned his lessons as well. Play off the handle, not to jump the gun. Even if someone did call you a chicken, sometimes it's best to just let them think that.
Race that asshole.
I have to be honest, Marty's truck is way nicer. I
Yeah.
always wanted one, and I'm not even American. We don't have those style trucks over here. There's the Bentley.
Yeah.
A Rolls Royce, sorry. Was it a Rolls Royce or a Bentley?
Royce.
Rolls Royce, there you go.
Yeah, it was her voice.
So now she realizes now, because the message now is about to disappear, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Mr. Fusion. See, that's what annoys me about part 2. We could have had a 4-part. This could have been the final installment. This could have been part 4, and you could have split part 2 into two movies.
Yeah.
So part 2 do the first half. The part 2 is the future, all in the future, and then at the end of that movie, then you figure out that you have to go back to the past, and then do that for the third
But
movie.
they didn't have enough funding. That was what the problem was. So they only had enough to do 2 movies.
I have to be honest. This entrance of the train is brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Until it gets up off its bleeding.
He's like, that bloody thing going and go fly.
It is a lovely train. Look at that. It is, though. It's a lovely train. No denying. But here's the ridiculous.
So does Doc go to the future to make this train? Or?
No, it runs on Steam.
Yeah.
And so the minute that he figured it out, you know.
Right, but it runs on Steam, right? So does this one have its own flux capacitor? And if that's the case, is there at the back of the train? That's because he couldn't make it with modern day technology, so he used the technology that he had available to him. So the flux capacitor is basically at the back of the train. This whole light part here, I bet you that's the flux capacitor.
It's like the chamber on the back of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Chamber, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty futuristic.
It definitely is like Jules Verne, isn't it? The style
the
of it.
explanation that he gives.
Yeah.
I do like this moment. It was a really kind of bittersweet moment, wasn't it? It's kind of full circle of the journey.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. They'll never be able to replicate this. Ever.
Nope.
No.
Ever. And I love this.
Good message.
So make it a good
There
one.
you go. The future hasn't been written
Yeah.
yet.
Make the future whatever whatever you make it.
That's what I mean. Even though Doc did change and Marty did change some elements of their future, the thing about it is though that one moment. That's what I'm saying. That was the one where it was make or break for Marty and the rest. So it was his decision to make. So he learned. He made that decision not
Oh,
to.
here's your favorite part, Noel.
It's just so ridiculous. It's like, come on. It's like, and then it flies this way and then flies right in front of the screen, and I'm like, come on. Look, that's over dramatic. What year is that?
Still though.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that part is still bloody ridiculous. But there you go.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
Back to the Future right there.
Excellent.
Right, and as you know, because Jed, unfortunately, he didn't do it on purpose. Of course, he wouldn't do that. If he, I should have actually warned everybody on the panel actually not to say that, but that was my fault. But next Thursday, it's who are you gonna call?
Yeah.
Hey,
Busters.
Oh, Goose. Yeah, so we're gonna do Ghostbusters now.
Excellent.
I haven't decided whether I'm gonna do the two of them one after another. I will get the Ghostbusters too, because believe it or not, even though this movie isn't as good as the first one, and it isn't, I do have a soft spot for the second one.
Yeah, I've got both of them. I've got both of them as well.
The Statue of Liberty scene is ridiculous, but I mean, you've got
Lady Liberty scene.
But I mean, in all fairness, when you got that banging soundtrack playing at the same time, you kind of, it's Ghostbusters. It's
Your love.
we will do Ghostbusters 2 at some stage, but we're not going to do them the way we've done Back to the Future back to back. We're going to start splitting them up, but I will do Ghostbusters 2, so don't worry. I'm not going to forget about Ghostbusters 2 if there's any people that are fans of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Compared to 2016, anything better than Ghostbusters 2016. And no, we will not be doing Ghostbusters 2016. That is
I ain't gonna be watching that.
No.
Right, so what we'll do is, right, because as I said, Cheryl's a bit under the weather, so I'm going to have to head off in a few minutes.
Okay, no.
So it's just to keep an eye, that's all really. So you know me, I'll be probably on my game and stuff, but once, because once I'm not talking, I can hear her and stuff like that. I mean, look, she has this bleeding syndrome thing that bloody, she gets this, she's in pain 24/7, basically. And, sometimes it flares up even worse. And she's had...
Is it fibromyalgia?
No, it's, nearly said it yesterday. I got it right nearly, and she was pleased because I can never get it.
I thought it was fibromyalgia, because isn't that do with the pain receptors?
With Stanless or some blood crap like that or something. It's a muscle tissue disorder anyway. She and her bones are very, they kind of move here and everywhere, sort of thing.
I'm sorry.
So she's in a lot of pain, you see. So because in fairness, we've been overdoing it, obviously. We've been having fun with you guys. We've been on the bed. She should be sitting down on the sofa in reality and keeping her back. But she was so delighted just to come on. So I'm going to insist that she sits down the next Sunday when we start these streams. But yeah, she's in bed. She hasn't been able to sleep. So basically all she's trying to do is get some sleep that she's missed out on. So yeah, she'll be in bed now until tomorrow, but that'll be grand. Once she gets her sleep, she's fine. She'll get her sleep pattern back as well at the same time. So I'm on doggy duty as well. So Ted's out here with me, so I've got to bring him down as well. So yeah, it's not multiple sclerosis. It's she mentions it several times when she was on. I can never get it right. She'll kill me. she wrote it down for me because she said the event never happens or to show the ambulance men, so they know exactly what they have. Because when they move her, if that never did happen, or when they move her, they have to be very careful because one move she could end up paralyzed.
Oh,
My God.
So yeah, so she hasn't been sleeping, so that's why I'm just gonna head straight off when we're finished. But listen, what I will do is, to be fair, because we did watch Ghostbusters. Oh, Ghostbusters! We did watch.
that's next week, Noel.
Right, and listen now. As I said, we're doing panel shake-up, so I've left a message on me
I already
Twitter.
left you a message for
Now, if
Ghostbusters.
you want, yeah, but I want you to leave your name in that thread so I can write everybody's name down, see who wants to be on what panels, right? Firstly, because if we get too many on the one panel, I'm making the panels smaller because I'm finding, and I think some of you will agree, when we have big panels, what seems to be happening is, like yesterday, for example, and it's nobody's fault, we all do it, right? I've even done it myself, and I do it sometimes, and I have to get better at it. But someone will come on that's not as vocal as, say, myself or others on the panel, and they come on and they don't get an opportunity to have their say. So, I'm going to make the panels a lot smaller so it gives people like that a better opportunity to have their say. So, if you want to be part of any of the panels, you have to specify which one. It doesn't mean, though, and I have to make this clear because there's so many people that we have on the channel now, I'm trying to cater for everybody, right? Because you know what I'm like. I'm trying to cater for everybody. So we have 1, 2, 3 panels, and then we have the TARDIS Zone talks. So there's 3 panels. There's the new Who panel. There's obviously the classic Who panel, and then there's going to be the movie panel. So whatever panel you want to be on, leave your name. Let me know what panel you want to be on. But I will say, because there is, and we have over 20 people that over the
Wow.
last year that have been on panels. They're that's what I'm saying. No,
Drop on based on all of them.
I have to.
He's on all of them.
Retro Dicky is kind of relatively new to the channel as well, so I want to bring people on like Retro Dicky that haven't been on, like the Third Doctor as well. People like that that haven't had a chance to come on, like Alpha as well. Alpha comes on and hardly talks because, again, as I said, he never gets a chance to bloody talk.
No, especially when Lee's on.
That's why I'm just changing it up. I'm not saying that some of the panelists that were on before won't be on, but what I'm saying is you have to put your name down with everybody else.
Definitely up for being on the movie one. Definitely.
Right, no problem, Retro. Just you're not on Twitter though, are you?
No,
Yeah.
no. Only
Well,
on
I'm gonna write your name down right now.
I was thinking about the movie one too.
Yeah.
But I want to do if I can't get on the movie, I would like to be on Classic Who, but I don't have any of the episodes, so I don't know how I do that.
Another thing as well, though, right? And I have to make it clear as well. Actually, that's the thing as well. I want people on the panels that have actually watched stuff. It's like,
I've watched it. I just don't have any of the episodes.
Yeah, but that watch it along with us, because I think it would be unfair. Like, you'd have the movie, say you'd probably have more access to the movies than you would to the episodes. I really need people that are actually watching them with us live as well. So that's the way I want to do it. So again, as well, I'll make that clear. If you don't have these things, there's no point of putting your name forward for the panel. Only put your name forward for the panel that you know you'll be definitely able to do, commit to, and you know that you'll have easy access to those different things that we're doing for the past, like for the new Who episodes and the classic Who, and as I said, for the movie. And if you don't get on any of the panels, remember, we also have the TARDIS Zone talks on Friday. There's another opportunity for you guys to come on, as I said. And then on me and Cheryl's show, we haven't actually come up with the format yet, but we did bring a few people on to talk to us actually while we were on. We might do that again, so that'll be another opportunity for people to actually come on as well. I'm not trying to you know what I mean? I don't want people thinking that Um,
I mean, I like the
I have
concept.
to put some order in because I'm going to be honest here. Right now, this channel is kind of my livelihood right now because, as I said, me me thing with the government is under appeal right now at the moment. All it is
Yeah.
an issue because I got married to Cheryl. Because she earns a certain amount of money, I'm just over the threshold. But her payment is a disability payment, and I don't think that we're fighting on the basis of that. Well, her payment is a disability payment; it's not an actual work payment, so it wouldn't fall under those terms. So right now, there's no money coming in. I'm,
Oh,
you
I
know,
feel you, brother. I
Cheryl
feel
has
you.
more money. We're living off her money on whatever we make on this channel. So I have to, put a bit of order in the channel, make it a little bit more, not professional, but you know what I mean? So everybody gets to be heard. And I'll be doing more streams as well. As I said, we'll have cracking time with Ninja Night every second Wednesday. And then the Wednesdays that were not on my channel, obviously I'm on his channel, but I'll also be doing videos for you guys as well as some of the theories that I have coming for Series 13 and stuff like that. And obviously, if we get all the Doctor Who news, then I will obviously be doing panels then when we get the Doctor Who news. So there's plenty of opportunities for people to come on if you don't get on any of the panels. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to exclude anybody, but I'm trying to I want set panels, I want different panels, and I want to bring fresh people in, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that's
Fair.
everything really unfair, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll read out we got a super chat from Alpha as usual. You're an absolute legend, mate. Thank you. I really
Yeah, Alpha, you're awesome for
Awesome,
doing that, man.
dude.
You're
and,
awesome for doing that.
and all he said is almost forgot. But do you know what? As you did give the €20 or 20 the US dollar super chat, right? I know this isn't much, but you can go first and give us your thoughts on tonight's film, and if you want to give your rating as well.
Oh, well, I'd give it like a 9.5. I don't think anything's perfect, but this is pretty close. And I enjoyed the whole movie. I enjoyed the callbacks to the other, previous movies, and I really enjoyed it. So
Fantastic. Yeah. I'll just pipe in and say I agree with Alpha there. A 9.5, maybe a 10. If I'm taking the half a point off, it's because of that bloody scene right at the end. I'm sorry. I know it's petty, right? I know it's petty, but it's even as a kid it annoyed me, right? And it still annoys me now as an adult. So I must really dislike it. So I'm gonna knock off half a point for that. But other than that, the acting's spot on. Remember, I think we tend to forget Michael J. Fox, Leah Thompson, and all the other cast all played multiple roles and multiple parts in this whole franchise, and they all played it very, very well. And do you know what? Michael J. Fox, obviously, I knew him from Family Ties back in the day, but I didn't think much of him as an actor, to be quite honest with you. And then I saw him in this trilogy, and he changed my mind. He's a terrific. I know he's been in other stuff since Back to the Future. Doc Hollywood was another one that he's very good in. But he'll always be remembered. Teen Wolf. But he'll always be remembered for Marty McFly. I think this is his most iconic role. Same with Christopher Lloyd, even though he starred in the Addams Family. This
and
and
Taxi.
and,
Taxi.
what was that other movie with Bob Hopkins? The one with Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, I love him in that.
Yeah. So I mean, but this is the most iconic role, and it shouldn't be. And I'll end with this. This is my last thing, and then I'll let the other guys have their say. But this trilogy, for me, even watching it again, even that end scene, I know it annoys me, but when Doc is talking to the two of them, and the music, but this is why they'll never be able to get the emotion right. So
Yeah.
even at that, this movie would fall apart because you have to get the emotion, you have to be invested in these characters, and I don't think they'd be able to do it justice.
Yeah.
Even with today's technology. Leave Well Alone. It's one of those trilogies that should never be touched, and Bob Gale and the rest of them have actually said, as long as they're alive, it's never going to be remade.
Let it
So,
alone.
so we'll see after they're gone, which we hope is not for a very, 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 very,
Yeah.
very, 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 very long time. Because if Hollywood do get their hands on this,
Oh, I know they're itching to do a remake of this. You know that, right?
yeah, of course they are. Retro Dicky, we'll get your thoughts on tonight's film, your rating, and also if you want to give a brief brief review of tonight's story and why you liked it, and if there was anything you disliked about it.
Well, again, the same. I'd give it a 9.5 because I absolutely love the third film. Brilliant in all aspects. But again, that last bit with the train just drives me up the wall. Like you, even till today, it just drives me up the wall. Everything else that I just absolutely love about this film is fantastic. As you say, the friendship in it is, the callback to that, like with the photograph and everything. The whole lot of it is just an excellent film.
Yeah,
just brilliant.
I agree. It is. It's a great trilogy, and even with part 2 having its problems, it's still a very good movie. And I would actually say, listen, you have to watch the trilogy. Like I do have me problems with part 2. I still love it. There's still some great elements to that movie. I just, what annoys me about it? The only thing that really annoys me about it is there should have been more of the future in it.
Yeah.
And if I had a little bit more, say even a half an hour more.
There was only 10 or 15 minutes of the future. That was it.
45 minutes in the first half of the movie, and then the second half they're in the past. That would have worked for me, but they didn't. And of course, we do know why, as Jed has rightly pointed out, they didn't have the budget at the time, which is a shame. And they do actually say that part 2 for them is their regret, because there was a lot more things they wanted to do in the future.
Oh yeah, there was tons of stuff they wanted to do.
Yeah. So you have to give credit where credit's due. I think that's why this stands out, this trilogy, is because people could see that the people that made this loved what they were doing, and they did it on a shoestring budget and were able to produce a trilogy like that. They should be praised for the rest of their lives. These people include Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Still to this day, no matter when they make an appearance together, whether it's on now, it's all obviously on computer because we're all in lockdown. But I mean, apparently they recently did something where they both appeared on their cameras, and are loved by everybody. They have their love for those characters, and the love for Michael J. Fox and the rest of that cast has never waned once. And they're just so, even when you see them in interviews, they're all lovely people. You could see that they know that this movie, even if it has become a pain in the arse for them, because actors and actresses won't actually say, but this movie, this franchise is probably the biggest pain in the hole.
Shatner said that about Star Trek at one point.
But here's the thing that I love about them. They recognize that this is the role that basically they're going to be remembered for, and they're okay with that. They're okay with that now. And they're so, you can see them when they brace fans. They love their fans. They still do. And they love doing interviews. So, look, the trilogy should be protected, and make sure that we do. If there's ever any talk of this movie being done, we should all band together and make sure that this movie has never touched this trilogy. If it is, I'm done. I won't be able to. No, I'd have to go offline and all, because I couldn't read anything about a new Back to the. I couldn't. No.
Well, you saw all the stuff that they said they wanted to do a new one, and then the producer they said no, you're not touching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, Jed, you give your rating and give your brief review of tonight's story, and we'll wrap it up tonight, guys.
Well, I would say I had to give it a 9.5 too, because I gave the first one 10 because I loved 10.
Yeah,
but
we did say the first one.
but there were slight things. It wasn't the train for me, because that didn't bother me. It was a few. There was a few other things. So but I would say this is cool. I would even give it a 10. It's somewhere in 9.5 to 10, because the first one but that
It's the
it's the original.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I do want to give it a 10, but then there's a few slight things in it. But I love the third one because it has a special place for me, because I actually got to go and see some of the stuff in
before we leave. And while you are doing that, I will get the scores of everybody in the chat. So we'll start with you, Retro Dicky, if you want to call out your social medias and your channel.
Well, again,
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, well, again, thanks again, Noel, for having me on. I'm generally just on Facebook, on the TARDIS Zone Classic and the TARDIS Zone. That's generally where I'm sort of hanging around, if anybody does want to talk to me. So that's where you'll catch me at.
No problem. We'll go with you next, Jed.
Oh, I'm on YouTube as underneath my name, JTES Juto, and I'm on Twitter, same name basically for everything, Facebook, all that, and Twitch too. But I haven't been streaming on Twitch lately because all the problems on there. Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm having. I have to be honest with you. I've noticed. Alpha Omega will know this because he joins me for most of my gaming streams actually. But again, the other night I was streaming Red Dead Redemption 2, and we were fine at the start of the stream, and then a message popped up on my PlayStation to tell me that the gameplay resolution on YouTube would be lower because the signal or something. There's a lot of dodgy stuff happening with everybody's internet, by the way. I don't know whether it's the weather or whether something else is going on. If it's got to do with all these new algorithms that they're pumping in to social media, but there's something bogey going on because my internet, it keeps ending the broadcast on my streams and all now. On my gaming channel, it'll just be fine when I'm on StreamYard.
Yeah, because we were I was watching the other night and it would just load.
PD Rich gave it an 8, and then I think he changed his mind and gave it a 9, or maybe he pressed 8 by mistake.
Yeah.
So we'll go with Alpha Omega.
Yeah,
plug anybody or plug yourself?
PD Rich already put my links in. Besides that, I'd say keep tuning in here.
Yeah.
On your main channel and your gaming channel, and also the other panelists and everybody who supports you. Yeah. Follow their channels.
Thanks very much, and follow everybody on the panel as well. But I am trying to figure out a way, because I know people like watching me. Some people like watching me playing me games, but I know a lot of you have said to me that you would actually watch them more if I did some retro gaming. So I just have to figure out a way of being able to do that. And
you would have to do an emulator.
Or you could get a capture card and the real.
Oh yeah, a capture card for your computer. That way, you gotta get an Elgato.
Yeah, you're just gonna say Elgato. Yeah,
but those are expensive.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
They're super expensive.
That's the thing. So we'll have to wait probably till later down the line. But I will figure something out in the meantime, which is not
emulation is the cheapest
option. But some of them are bad. Like I have that fake one, as I told you. And the timing's just off by a second. Not
Yeah.
just a split second, not even a second. I say
Well,
half
Twitch
second.
is like that too. It's off
Oh.
by like maybe 1 to 2 seconds or like 3 seconds if you don't set it right, the settings right. You know, so
I mean, Mario 3 is perfect on it. It's
Mm.
Mario 1 that I'm having the problems on, but I do play Mario 3 a lot. But
Mm.
see, because that's the only reason why I got that in the first place.
Yeah.
Me sister a
Yeah.
couple of years
Yeah.
back asked me, actually came to me and says, what do you want for Christmas? Because she didn't know what to get me. And I says, you know what I'd really love? I says, there's this game thing that you could buy, has all the, remember, because I was telling her, I said, remember when we used to play Mario as kids and all?
Mm.
I says, well, this thing has all the Mario
Yeah.
games on it, if you could buy it. Unfortunately, what happened is firstly, the place that she ordered it off ripped her off, so she had to cancel the transaction because she did it online. Then she found another place that did one, and then she checked to see this time if it was verified. She did, and then she went and she ordered me one, and I got it. And I have to say, I was like a kid. I remember it brought me back to the time when I got my first Nintendo before I got the Super Nintendo. When the Nintendo first came out in Ireland, brand new. Put the cartridge in, and my face just lit up when I seen Mario for the very first time. Right, that's what I was like
Yeah.
when I put Mario on, and I was so chuffed. And even though it was that split second off,
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of
know
these
what annoyed
places
me?
because they'll rip you off, Noel.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
annoyed
Too
me
right to
as
go.
Alex the Kid on it, which is brilliant. That's fantastic as well. But you know what annoyed me? I thought, lovely, I'm going to have Mario 1, 2, and 3, and Mario, all, like, you know, the All-Stars.
All Stars.
Yeah.
No,
You got the lost levels too?
it just had Mario 1 and Mario 3, and I was like, no, where's Mario 2? I know people slate that game, but it's still a fun game. It's so fun. It is. Mario 2 gets a lot of stick, right? It was supposed to be a different game, but they changed it to Mario. It was supposed to be some other game completely, but they changed.
Mario 2 wasn't Mario 2 in Japan. The lost levels were actually Mario 2 in Japan.
But I loved them. Even the one that they released then on the Wii a few years later, even the one that was on the DS. I love that one. The one that was on the DS color. I love all the Mario. I live for Mario and Mario Kart. But unfortunately, I'm in Ireland, and there's not many places in Ireland, believe it or not, that do these retro games. And it pisses me off because the thing about it is, you're all right. You have to order these things online, but they're not cheap.
Yeah,
No, they're not. No, you did.
Unless you know me, I'm a dope with technology. Like I wouldn't have to know how to download all of these things for myself and to be able to put the right settings in to do all of this. Like I'm a tick when it comes to technology. I can put my hands up and say it all the boomer.
No, I can have a word if you're on a Discord server, and I'll tell you what to do. Seriously.
Yeah, actually, me and Retro can tell you what to do.
Yeah, but hang on. Lee will tell you that's going to be impossible.
No, it won't be. You just got to listen to what we do, and we can help you out.
How long did it take me to set up the Discord?
I know, and I had to set up the Discord and everything.
How long did it take me? Tell everybody, how long did it take me to edit the video? Because the troll
that one night, because that was like 4 or 5 hours.
And what happened? I lost my shit. So
he lost his mind like several times that night.
Till I have the money or whatever, or I mean, look, I've got Mario 3 anyway. I'm happy enough.
Yeah.
No, is there any particular retro console you're after at the moment? Anything? Just tell me.
Right. Okay. Well, I wouldn't. Well, I want the one that has all the Marios on it. So the Super Nintendo ended up having all the Marios on it, didn't it? But updated, even Mario 1 was updated.
So you're after a mini SNES, yeah?
Yeah, with all the Mario games. That's all I'm interested in. So anybody, serious question on Mario or Sonic, which do you prefer more? I think it's obvious. I have a Mario.
Mario.
A
Mario.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Right,
It's
you-
Mario.
I'm a
Right,
41-year-old man, and I walk around with a Super Mario T-shirt.
listen,
Right?
I am like that. I absolutely love the retro stuff, hence the name. And
Yeah.
I love playing old retro games. That's why I've got so many old game consoles. I've collected
Yeah.
them over the years. But I was lucky I got in at the beginning when people were giving them away for nothing at like
Oh,
cardboard
yeah.
sales, flea
Oh,
markets.
you got them then. Oh,
And I
damn.
got, I
Yeah.
got them in. I got them. I bought them in like in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s, where people were just
I
like,
did that too.
But again, you notice there's this whole nostalgia thing, retro. It's like these consoles we all grew up with, and yet we
Yeah.
got fancy ones, but everybody is gravitating back to
Yeah.
the old ones with the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
graphics.
yeah.
You know,
There's a
even Street Fighter. Do you remember Street Fighter?
I am a massive street.
Oh
Which
man!
one?
don't- I
Street
don't know if-
Fighter
I don't
2,
know if
Street
you-
Fighter Turbo?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can
Street
see.
Turbo
Can you
was
see?
deadly.
Can you see in my avatar just over to the right? Can you see a bit of an arcade machine? You don't know if you can see it, but it's sitting there in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I actually built one, so
Oh,
so I've got all the old arcade stuff on it. So
Wow.
this is my interest. I mean,
Yeah.
this is why I got into because of old arcade games. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, I live for them. I do like the new games, but I do live for the.
Tell you what, mate. Honestly, I could set you up with like Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, you name it, mate. I can get hold of it and I can set it up for you. And I'm sure Jed's the same as well. He's probably
Yeah.
It's all-
I think me and Retro are the two gamers here that are like really proficient in it.
yeah, definitely.
But
I mean,
it's not just the old stuff. I'm good with the new stuff too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love me new technology, but admittedly,
Yeah.
my heart
But-
was like with all the old stuff. But I
Yeah.
love all the new stuff as well.
yeah, me too.
Well, listen,
I'm-
I'll get in touch with you during the week anyway. As I said, not tonight because obvious
no,
reasons.
understand.
No. I just thought
Well-
of something. I don't know if you'd love to spy you. Maybe you should do a gaming like thing. Like a podcast.
Yeah.
For, you know.
I mean, there's loads of other YouTube channels out there that do
Yeah.
all the retro stuff. I mean, I'm sub to loads of them,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's some stuff out there that's amazing if you're into
Yeah.
retro gaming.
I might. Do you know what? As I said, I love the Mario Bros series, so I might actually end up, because I play it and then review it because I like them.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you've got an Android phone, I'm not slating it, but if you've got an Android phone, you could stick a Super Nintendo emulator on it from the Play Store.
Oh,
And then-
you can put an NES, a Nintendo,
yeah.
and like a 64
Yeah,
on
I did
it.
have them on my phone, but again, the problem with them is that they're just slightly off, and
Yeah. You're
it's
a bit
not
like
as good.
me. You're a perfectionist when it
Yeah.
comes like to
Yeah.
Like the one that I have now, as I said, it's not even a half a second. I say it's a nanosecond just off. I know because
Yeah,
games
to play the game. Yeah,
I know how
Yeah.
they feel,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I know it's off. So, but other than that, it's still enjoyable. Like, but the others are way off. This one is not too bad. It's just off a little bit. But look. It's still a great present. I still have it there. I still play it the odd time when I get pissed off with the PlayStation. I'll just sit there and play Mario for a couple of hours. Mario 3. Do you know what world I find actually it still annoys me to this day? It's the water world in Mario 3 where the platform keeps the moving up and down and you get caught
Oh.
the big fish comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
like,
thought it would have been the stage where you're on the train and you got all the cannons and stuff on you.
no, I love those. I do beat that. That's brilliant. See, I could do all the hard stuff like that.
Do you know where to get all the whistles? No.
Yeah, I do.
Free?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know all the cheats. I know even the cheat where you can go behind the map.
I mean, the thing is, you could get like a Nintendo Wii, and I know that's ancient by today's standards, but you could get one of them. You could pick them up for next to nothing because there's so many of them,
Mhm.
and then you can crack that, and then you can get all your emulators on your Nintendo Wii. So you can get all your Super Nintendo, all your NES stuff on there as well. I mean,
See, there's a big comeback for them. Even companies are looking at this. Even Nintendo are looking at this now, and they've even brought out their own version of it.
I don't know if you guys can get them out here, but they sold out everywhere out here.
Yeah, that's why we got the fake one, because we couldn't get the real one. I think my sister thought she was ordering the real one, believe it or not. Which, in fairness to her, God love her, she would have paid the 260 odd what it was.
People were paying $500 for these when they came out.
Yeah, there was two different versions though.
Yeah,
there was a kind of a version with less games on it than the other one. That's the one, but still had Mario 1, 2, and 3 on it. But she ended up, as I said, because the place was a bit boggy, because you have to be careful sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people scamming in the communities and stuff.
It doesn't matter. I still have it there. I still enjoy it. But I do love the retro games. So
like what Disaster said, nostalgia is big business, and even in the States, it's huge. Out here, that's what I do.
These movies, you know, and the Cobra Kai. That's why Cobra Kai, I should say. That's why that's doing so well. There is a need for nostalgia right now. If it's done the right way, like Cobra Kai is, then the
Cobra Kai is so
Listen, don't say anything about it, because
I haven't started watching season 3 yet, so I'm going to carry on watching.
I'm 2 episodes from being done.
Well, to my shame, I actually haven't even started season 1 yet.
Oh, it's brilliant!
Brilliant. I'm a Karate Kid fan, but what I might do actually before I decide to watch that at some stage is do the Karate Kid trilogy.
Oh, I've got them all on box set as well now. So
and then I will follow up with the show, because then for me, then that will be fresh in the memory of what happened in the movies, and then watch.
Well, again, if you want to do a review or a watch along of that, give me a shout.
Not a bother. Not a bother. I see. Yeah. I see. There's a few people. In fairness, right? Look, I see things happening on Twitter, and I think they need to be highlighted. We need to be very careful, folks. Yeah.
What's going on right now?
No, when it comes to Doctor Who, right? There was an expectation that this latest episode was going to bomb. Okay, it didn't, right? And that's the fact of the matter. It actually.
I'm shocked it got the ratings it did.
It got now. Listen, I know people are making excuses because level 4 lockdown and all of this nonsense.
Yeah, that's the excuse I've been hearing.
Okay, fair enough. But look, at the end of the day, right? I was asked, and I will do a full review on it. I was asked how I felt about this, and I said, out straight, this is the best thing that Chris Chibnall has written. Now, does it have problems? Yes, it does. It has a lot of problems, and I will get into that when I talk in my review. But I will say this, it is 2 years too late. But if I'm reviewing this, and I'm going to be honest, which I believe I do always be on this channel, this was the best thing that Chris Chibnall has written for Doctor Who to date. But it's taken him 2 years.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Now, he has shafted Whittaker over again, because in the scenes that she had to impress, there was only one scene where, look, I even said it at the time yesterday, this was the most doctory that she was, because the writing was a slight improvement on what we've gotten. But he has still shafted her, because she hardly features in this episode. If you look at the time that she actually spent on screen, it focuses more, as people rightly pointed out, on the companions and Jack and the scientist fella and the American. It focused all on that, so it does have its problems. But what I'm saying is that people are commenting that haven't even watched it and saying this, that, and the other. Listen, if you're not going to watch it, that's fine. But you don't need to tell people that you're not going to watch it. We say the same thing to the other side I mean, maybe we should set an example by if people were surprised by it, which I was, then that's fine. I know nearly everybody on the panel didn't agree with me. That's fine. I'm still
Mhm.
talking to these people. We're still friends. They haven't
Yeah.
fallen out with me, right? But I mean, I'm seeing this thing is where some people are starting to act like the people that we give out about. At the end of the day, some people did enjoy this. Actually, I would say that a lot of people actually did enjoy this. There was some well moments in it, as I said. Um, this was an improvement, but it's 2 years too late, and I will stick with that. It is 2 years too late. The damage is done. He should have started off like this. Yes, there's still problems there, as I said, but were they were they as glaring as they have been for the last 2 years? No. Um, the ratings were a surprise. I thought they'd be lower. I was proven
Yeah, I thought they were going to be lower
to be
too.
honest with you, I've predicted that the 28 consolidated figures now, looking at the figures that we have now, I reckon we're going to go between the 5.2, 5.5 million mark in the 28 consolidated figures because I think word of mouth this time. See, the difference is the Timeless Children was bad, right? And it was
Oh,
slated.
yeah.
It was slated by fans. So word of mouth didn't work there. I believe word of mouth will work here because it's not as bad as what we've gotten. And people will say that. And I think people will be curious. And I know there'll be people in the chat that'll disagree with me. They won't be curious. That's fine. If you don't want to watch, I mean, I asked Ballstreck this question, right? And he gave me an honest answer. And I said, because he said he checked out, he's done, right? So I says to him, I says, if you still felt something about Doctor Who now, would you have a different opinion about this festive special? Now he gave his answer, but I'd say the same to you guys out there. Is it because some of you have checked out, and no matter what he does, you aren't gonna like, even if it is a slight. Look, I'm not saying that we should all praise Chris Chibnall here and give him a pat on the back and say, well done. No, it's taken 2 years for him to give us something half decent. And it's still only half decent, but it's better than what he gave us. And I'm going to say that and defend that because at the end of the day it was. And there was some well moments in this. I mean, the switcheroo with the TARDIS
Yeah.
was one of that was clever. I don't care what anybody.
Yeah.
You don't look,
I no, I had to say there was one part that irked me, and it was like the part in The Last Jedi where let the past die when she was talking to Ryan. That irked me. It was literally Doctor Who's let the past die moment
yeah.
from Last Jedi, and that irked me because they were ripping on the fans again.
Yeah, but listen, I'll be going into more detail when I do my review.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, people have their opinions. I said that if this was anyway decent, I'd be
Yeah.
truthful. I have been truthful, but I will give you a more detailed review when I do my review. But I will say, like, if you haven't watched it, best thing to do or the advice I'd give is why say anything? You say to the other side as well. Why say anything? So why say something if you're not going to watch it? At least if you're going to criticize Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker, right? I know you have every right to do so for what they've produced for the last few years, but unless you've watched this, I don't believe you have any leg to stand on if you're going to criticize or even come on and say, well, I didn't watch it, I didn't bother. Well, what's the point of even commenting? I want to hear from people that have watched it and get their thoughts and opinions on it.
That's the reason why I watch all the episodes, Noel, because I want to have an informed opinion on it. I hate watching it, but I want to watch it so we know what's going on and we let others know too.
Look, she's not the Doctor. She never will be.
No, she won't.
But this is the closest that I felt for once. That when she said something, I said, okay, I believe that. I
I
believe
mean,
that.
I took on board what you said the other day, and I say the last time I watched it was series 11. So I sat down and I watched it.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It's definitely better than what he has done so far.
yeah,
But I don't. By no means was it brilliant whatsoever. I mean, I only gave it like about a 4,
yeah,
but it was definitely better than what we've had. And I agree with what you say on that completely. Definitely better. But there were so many rip-off sort of ideas from other sci-fi.
yeah,
And you could see that underlying in it, and it was like he's pinched an idea from that, he's pinched an idea from that. But for me, again, yeah, it was the best we've had out of a bad lot.
yeah.
Mhm.
I understand that there are people out there that'll never watch until this era is over. I get
Yeah,
it. I do.
yeah,
I really do get it. But at the end of the day, we all decide what we're gonna do, and that's fine, fair enough. But after this episode, I'm going to be looking very curiously at Series 13 now
Me too.
and see what they have planned. What I've heard doesn't sound good, so
Yeah.
we might have got a half decent festive special, but we could be all brought back down to
yeah.
earth.
Yeah, but I think they're
Series
literally gonna crap the bed from what I've
But-
been hearing in
but-
season 13.
Here's the thing I will say, and I will bring this up in my review. Nobody can ignore the John Barrowman factor.
Oh, he
That
saved the
is-
episode,
This
basically.
Oh, yeah.
this is the reason why this is rated so well, and let's not go
It's
behind
because
the
he's
door
in there. Yeah.
about it. Daleks and the Daleks are actually getting praise. Those SAS Daleks are getting a lot of praise. Actually, the only gripe that people have with those Daleks was they were defeated a bit too
They
quickly.
had nipples too.
Which I agree. That doesn't matter. I think people are, people didn't slate the Daleks as much as they thought they were going to. So that again is another plus. Look, there was a lot of pluses. Was there negatives? Yes, but there was far more pluses this time around than there was negatives, and I can say that. And ask anybody that watched it. Compared to the Timeless Children, this had more pluses than negatives. Definitely. This is his best festive special. How many has he done? Just the 2, isn't it? Yeah. So he's only
Yeah,
had
because
2.
they don't want to
So
do it.
This one has improved on the last one. Again, there's more pluses than minuses. But listen, at the end of the day, everybody feels how they feel. Some have switched off, and that's fine. I haven't, because I'm still a Doctor Who fan. I'm not saying that people have switched on. I know people reach a certain point, and when they reach their point, they have to leave.
Oh,
I
I'm
haven't
still,
reached
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
still a
reached
doc,
that point.
still a
Yeah.
Doctor Who fan, but I
Exactly.
will be following your reviews like
Yeah.
I've done, because I respect and I like the reviews that you give,
Exactly.
and you're truthful, honest to the point about it.
Yeah.
So I will be following what you say. So if
Yeah.
you say to me, yeah, that's not bad, then I will take that on board, and I'll go away and I'll then have a look at it. But I will be waiting to hear what you have to say before I decide if I'm going to actually look at something or not. That's what I'm going to do.
Lee, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but compared to what he's been giving us, it is, and you mightn't like me saying that, but it is, and we can't deny that.
Yeah, you should have heard me when I was watching it.
And I don't blame you. I won't forgive either or forget. But at the end of the day, I haven't reached the point that you have. I thought I did, but I didn't. There was the moments with Captain Jack, when there was moments with Captain Jack, it really I was surprised about how I felt, if I'm honest. And look, you're right, you're just speaking your mind just like I am. We're not falling out here. I know where you're coming from, man, but I'm just not at that point. It's like for Mandalorian fans, when Now, I'm not saying it had that same impact because it didn't. But when Luke Skywalker was revealed, you seen how Star Wars fans reacted. Well,
When Luke came out, that had a huge impact.
I was worried they were going to ruin Captain Jack.
Yeah, that
Right? And when they didn't, which they didn't. Now,
no.
you know, I don't think they did. That's my personal opinion. And I thought he was very good in it. So
No,
to me, that brought memories back from back when Jack was actually in the show and on Torchwood. And for me, that was a plus. You know, it didn't turn out to be a negative. You know, there was a good little twist in this story as well. Actually, there was a couple of twists in this story. Very clever, actually. For once, I have to say, the man was clever, or whoever came up with it was clever. You know,
Probably wasn't Chip, no.
well, we don't know, but whoever it was, and by the way, can I just point out that it was actually directed by Lee Haven Jones? And
Yeah, I noticed that when the episode started.
And did you notice as well that a few months back, I'll try route the video out for you and throw it back up on Twitter just to remind people. I actually mentioned that Lee Haven Jones would be one of the directors. Mentioned his name along with other directors that were mentioned that were going to be featured for Series 13 as well. So very interesting that the source, again, Lee Haven Jones. So another shout out. But listen, I'm going to have to leave there because we could talk all night about this, but because I'm going to be talking about it again in videos. And I've got loads of other videos, and then on the Tarda Zone Talks on Sunday. I have to go and take Ted down because as Cheryl's just popped into chat to remind me.
Yeah, I just saw Cheryl come into the chat.
I better go. I don't think she's even slept yet, so I don't think she slept yet.
Cheryl, take care of yourself, okay, please?
Yeah, get better.
Yeah.
So listen, folks, I'm going to leave it there. But listen, Alpha, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Everybody also in the chat for sticking with us for this watch along and for sticking with us for the whole of 2020. Hope you are enjoying your new year so far. I am, I actually have to say. I know Cheryl is a little bit under the weather, but other than that, we're still upbeat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's something. We started off well. The stream last night has gotten an amazing reaction, so I'm very happy about that. Actually, I'm happy for the fellow.
I've gotten a lot of good reactions from that stream because a lot of people have told me. So
yeah, and I know I might have surprised a couple of people with my opinion at the very start, but look, that's how I feel about it, and I'm not going to lie.
Well, see, that's the thing, no.
I will never lie to you. If I thought this was half decent, I said it, didn't I? I said, I'll tell you that it's half decent. If it's crap, I'll tell you it's crap. And that's the way I'll always be. I'll be honest and straight down the middle. I will never, ever change my opinion for anybody. But just because I do have a different opinion than some people doesn't mean that we're enemies all of a sudden, because you get this crap. Oh, well, Noel has a different.
You too, Chris.
You know what I mean? Or they're the people, he doesn't agree with this, that, and just try star fights. Listen, if I don't agree with you, there'll be some time that, like, you'll make a point that I won't agree with. That's what happens in fandom. It's always happened.
Yeah.
If we all agree,
that even happens in families and stuff
listen,
too.
if we all agreed, fandoms would be a boring place to be in.
Yeah.
That's why I love them, because there's so many different people with so many different opinions, and it gets people talking. So yes, while most of me guests didn't like the story yesterday, that's their opinions, and I 100% support whatever they and however they feel about Doctor Who. I'm a fan, they're a fan, and I can understand their point of view like they can understand my point of view. So it's as simple as that, and that's the way we should be. That's the way we should always be. We need to set that example, and I will continue to set that example. And to be quite honest with you, I'm glad everybody has different opinions, because, as I said,
it's good to have different opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
So it used to be.
Well, you see, I kind of thought this one was half decent. Wait, you see, we'll get to the first episode of Series 13, and I'll probably be here
I know.
ranting away about how bad it bloody is. You know? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm under no illusion that this, you know, just because there will be some people out there, Noel's swallowed the whole Captain Jack thing and he's being sucked in. I have not been sucked in by any stretch of the imagination. Because I can tell you one thing now, as I said, I'm under no illusion that this guy will probably triple down, quadruple down for Series 13 and bring it all
Oh, I
down
know
again.
he's gonna do
Because
that.
remember one thing, right? We've always said during Series 11 and 12, there always has been some good elements, but mostly bad elements during his whole run as showrunner. So this is one of those good element times, but I'm under no illusion that in Series 13 he's going to do something that's going to seriously piss us all off, and we're going to
He's
be
gonna quadruple down on
So-
Series 13.
so for anybody saying, "Oh, you got sucked in with the member berries," no, I didn't. This was genuinely Chris Chibnall's best work on Doctor Who. And if you look at what we've gotten, it's not really great. So, you know, this was, as I said, there were some moments in this where I said, holy shit. For example, right, just one little example before we leave. The fact that the Doctor actually signals the Daleks to bring them to Earth to wipe out the other Daleks, that blew me away. I was like, did she really do that? She actually took a risk. Because
Yeah, because she doesn't ever take any risks.
she never takes a risk, but she took a risk in that episode. And then the switcheroo with the TARDIS, she was, I have to give it to her. She was great in that scene. I thought she's led them all into what's she doing. At first, I was like, what's she doing to Tick? What's she doing? And then when I realized what she did, I was like, holy shit, that's another good part. So there were good elements.
Well,
But
I'm looking forward to the Scissor Sisters.
yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
gonna happen. And I do
Oh
have a
yeah, the
theory on
Scissor
that.
Sisters is gonna happen.
Yeah, I do have a theory on that, by the way, and that'll be a separate video as well. Right, I need to go now because if I don't, the wife is going to hit me with a frying pan. For anybody that doesn't know, that's just a running gag on this channel. But I'm going to say goodnight to me guests. So good night, folks, and thank you for joining me. Everybody in the chat, thank you for joining me. And Alpha, thanks for that super chat. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, tomorrow we're back again. What we doing tomorrow? What did I say we're doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's Sunday.
And gift a gab with Cheryl.
Yeah,
If she's feeling
back
good.
with Cheryl. Yeah, if she's feeling well, back with Cheryl. If not, we'll think of something to do. And then we'll be back Wednesday, back to normal schedule then on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Go.
Yeah,
Right,
we ready for that.
Yeah, and Friday, Zone Talks. Saturday, Classic and New Who on the same day. And then on Sunday nights, as we said, when Cheryl is okay to do it, we'll be doing a Sunday night stream for you guys. Myself and Cheryl have a little bit of banter, which is apparently everybody sent me messages and actually says, you've got to do more streams with Cheryl. So there you go. Every Sunday night, join me and Cheryl, and we will have a laugh, which is right. Better go before I get a smack of that frying pan. Ow! Good night, folks. God
Good night,
bless.
everyone.
And
You need a frying pan like thing on here that hit you.
Yeah, I know. I should actually get a frying pan.
A sound effect for the frying pan hitting you.
We'll do that. We'll do that. Actually, we'll get Cheryl to press it anytime I'm a niner.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Right, folks. Good night. I'll see you. Stay safe, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Take care,
Cheers.
everybody.
Bye.